Welcome to the grand finals of Deathmatch Nations Cup 2026. I'm quickly doing at least the team names, no flags though, because we are going live. There will be big rushing here for the German team who are spotting a very aggressive combo. And how much damage can they find? Drew is here with me. What do you think about the rush so far?
Not looking very good for the German team. You got Cumans on the side of Sicilians, which is exactly the opposite of what you were hoping for. And they put, surprisingly, the German team put the Malians on the flank. I was thinking it was actually going to be Huns on the flank. I should have known that from the colors, though.
Yeah, Hun pocket actually. Malians trying to rush the pocket? Okay, I guess because the Britons have a castle up for Ganji. Ganji playing as the Britons, pocket. Spaden with the Bengalis, and then Frost Sicilians, Zayu on the Cumans, Terz as the Hun pocket, and Malians for Kelar.
Look at the triple rush to the pocket going on here. Zayu rushing the pocket.
They're learning from Mexico! From India!
It's
India's triple rush strategy that they did against Mexico!
Super wild play. He's not adding any barracks, which is going to be hard for him against a pocket Bengali. This is going to be hard overall, all around for the German team. I think your best hope is maybe the Huns somehow push that pocket. Otherwise, you're going to get elephants alongside like Britain push. That's going to be very hard for Kelar to deal with. And so far, Terz is rushing still. Not sure if it's very effective at this point.
It's like they're definitely trying to rush, but they're not finding damage anywhere, so they're just switching between bases, right? And I think even if there's an early castle up for the Britons, something like a triple rush on the Briton might have made more sense than trying to go for the pocket. Maybe that was also not.
Zayu needs to watch. Zayu needs to watch shots on the right. Oh, okay. Whew. For a second, I thought he was gonna let his lancers get hit. Okay.
Lots of
I love the way.
Very much investment here as well for Zayu.
Love the way Terz is playing this. He's keeping an eye on all around the map, moving his army around, making it hard to predict what he's gonna do. I have a pause.
Yeah, that's great. I can set up flags. I have a pause too. But you can continue to make your point. Just because the game is paused doesn't mean we have to.
I understand. Yeah. You see some barracks being added from Terz. How do you say his name? Terz? We want to say Terz, but I think it's wrong,
with,
right?
The word for pain in German, Schmerz. So it's Terz.
Oh boy. I'll just keep Terz. That might be hard for me to pronounce.
Terz is actually like, I don't know how you say it in English, but it's the musical thing. You can play Terz on the
Hurts.
Zayu was lagging. Game is continuing. Frost and Ganji and Spaden are assembling a push with elephants and longbows on the left side. That can amount to be very dangerous against the Malian here. Of course, a bit of lag after the pause, as is normal with the and Onager fights on the right side. Zayu trying to get two forward castles up. One of them should complete. We'll have to fight against superior siege then, though, with the Cumans.
Big paladin push coming in from the left side of Frost's base here from Terz. And Zayu also committing to the fight. This is a big fight on the right side. And they're outnumbering, actually, Frost's army. Frost is losing all of his siege onagers. Really good fight from the German team. Really well coordinated. I don't think it's going to save them, though.
Not looking too high. But will it amount to
look at all the elephants.
Spaden already here with the elephants in order to support Frost after that little moment. Paladin pocket, of course, a bit quicker, but elephant pocket stronger and can therefore stabilize the fighting line there now. On the left side, Malian siege onager without siege engineers probably not gonna catch the Briton longbows. We saw that matchup yesterday as well. We'll once more see some gem skulls.
This is a big push now coming in on Zayu. I don't know, man. Can Zayu hold this? I highly doubt it. That was a huge commitment from the German team, and it did well to do a 2v1 on Frost when they had an opportunity to. But now that the Elephants are here, that's going to be really hard for them. I think Keller's making a good push here, but he also doesn't seem like he has the steam behind it. You look at his gold count, very low, and now the Elephants are showing up. You know, the Elephants are just playing such a key role in this game so far. I don't know if the Germans can hang on for much longer on the right side, let alone the left side.
Yeah, means at least no Bengalis later on Kawasan for Team Sweden. That might be a positive point. But also, all the rush civs were invested by Team Germany. Kelar is still trying to push, even with the Elephants here. Will kill a castle. Zayu on the other side, though, it's looking tough, right? To lose this castle, that's the only castle on his starting island. He has some expansion with a lot of markets, but it's already being raided by the Elephants. Terz sending a lot of army forward towards cross space, but what can it really do there without siege?
Yeah. It doesn't look like there's a lot of hope from him. I would love to see Terz just go down the middle and maybe push into Spaden, but I don't think he's thinking that way. He's looking at trying to damage a little bit on Frost, but I don't think that's working for him at the moment. Good pick off on some SO there with his Paladin. Although not getting as much as I thought he would. Overall, it looks like Zayu has lost half of his base and is going to lose the remaining parts of it, while at the same time Kelar, left side, also losing a lot of his base. The only thing Germany's got going from at this stage is the middle control, and yet you have a lot of Elephants marching in from Spaden. So, yeah, this is looking really rough for them. Spaden, though, pretty much no food and only 9 village on food. The food count for the entire Swedish team is very low, but
it's all in the Elephant army, but the Elephant army is enough. Is Capture Edge lagging that much as well for you? I don't think it's my PC. It's probably the break, but Sweden takes the first game.
Well played by Sweden. I think the picks there were just so in their favor. I wonder what Keller's thought process there was. Like, I think that was really clever to try to add Huns with the Cumans to get a really fast rush, but super risky.
But I feel like then you have to all in the British here, and I think Sweden has played a lot of Sicilians and Britons on this map.
I thought it was clever too that they tried to like triple rush the middle. If Spaden hadn't made that castle early, a lot of times pockets are not making castles at the start because they think they're safe. And if he hadn't, he probably would have lost a lot of villagers. But well played by Spaden to make sure that that didn't happen.
And I fully agree with Boomstick here. He needs to lose the admiral. That's not a good sign.
Totally agree with Dan here, Daywalker as well. Huns are just not very mobile on that map. They're going to struggle on that map no matter what.
Especially as pocket, right? But I feel like flank makes more sense. A Malian pocket?
I don't think it's a big loss for the German team, though, honestly. I think Malians, Cumans are both quite weak, and Huns against the Swedish team is, I think, going to struggle. So overall, I don't consider this a big loss for them.
Players and the civs, right? Then you think about, especially Frost with Sicilians makes Sicilians more important. Also for the Swedish team, Britain's probably a stronger civ than for many other teams. And Bengali is obviously a big one for any team, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I would say Sweden burned more of their best civs in that than Germany A did, especially given the players like you mentioned. But still, really well played from them.
Still a solid defense win for Team Sweden in game number 1 of the Grand Finals. And let me see if we already see which map we are going to next. The lobby still set to Vinland Saga, so we have a little more time to analyze, to flex our muscles for game number 2. Which map would you pick here now if you were in Team Germany, Mr.
Ooh. I'd probably play Coast to Mountain. You could pick the other team's maps as well, right?
Yeah.
That was something my team realized late in the tournament. Yeah, exactly. Coastal Mountain gives you time to build up, to kind of, you know, straighten the nerves and all. And on top of that, I think Pool 3 has great civs for that map. I think Saracens tend to be really good. You basically need Saracens with a good, you know, siege civ along. Well, they're already a great siege civ, but as well as a good water civ. Maybe even Koreans there, or Portuguese perhaps if they don't want to burn Koreans.
Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings. Playable.
I guess you want Vikings for Team Islands,
Goths.
though, right? Yeah. You could do Goths, yeah. They could be very annoying after the water part.
Well, it's like
or you just do
build
Britons
one
for the longbow combo with the Mamelukes, but then they're down south, and I feel like we saw yesterday that actually putting the elephant support civ, or maybe here the Mameluke support civ at the top might be a strategy, right? Maybe Britons up top, Saracens in the middle?
That could be good. Yeah. Yeah. I think they have a lot of options. I don't think Pool 1 is that great on Coastal Mountain, but I think if I'm going to predict it, though, I think they're going to play Mongols on it for sure.
Sweden has been pretty consistent in playing Mongols Burmese on that map, I think.
Yeah. I'd almost be tempted to do Bohemians, but they probably don't want to burn them there if they're doing Mongols already. You know, trade is so important, so you can maybe think of like Hindustani on that map as well. But
yeah, we saw that too, right? That's what Sweden played yesterday against Austria, actually, right? They played Mongol Hindu.
Right. So that's tough, actually. If I'm Germany A, though, that's the map I'm picking. Get my team's nerves set. We play good on that map. We got civs that are probably a bit better, I would say, than Sweden's on that map. Maybe.
You could even fully lean into the trade theory, and with Pool 1 do Bohemians, Hindustanis, and Spanish.
Yeah.
Instant caravanserai plus Spanish bonus trade. I mean,
yeah,
it feels over
Italians.
the top, but even if, yeah, Italians have a trade bonus too, but only one for themselves, right? Italian team bonus is a trade bonus, not for the teammates.
Dude asking about the Goth strat. So the Goths is nice because you could actually rush down the water side with like just one barrack at the start, along with sending vills to go build docks. Like it doesn't take very many military buildings to start spamming a lot down there and pick off villagers, make it really hard on the docks to like stay alive, and that can win you water. So that's a possibility, as long as the opponent's side doesn't have anything good to counter it. But yeah, that's what I did with Germany A. I think they will not do that though. I'm guessing Germany A will pick one of their own home maps. And of the home maps,
they're not in the lobby. They're busy calling Viper. No, now Kelar and Terz have appeared. On Spec Dashboard he's called Terz, but I don't think that means that in-game he's not still called Admiral Terz.
Admiral Terz. Oh man, what do you do if you're Germany? Knowing Kelar, I think he has the opposite mentality of me here. I think he's going to want to put the pedal to the metal even more. He wants to try to take some civs to go kill his opponent. I'm not quite sure what that would be, though, for him. We'll see.
They kind of invested all the rush opportunities in game 1, though, right? So I guess there's Magia still, but the scaredness at the start is like gone for most of the set for Sweden. I guess there's Goths.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know, Berbers is such a great civ, but what's the problem with Berbers is everything you want to pair it with is also really great. So it's like you don't want to burn two great civs together. Like, for example, you would want to pair them with Saracens if you want to get a lot of Mamluks out. But
hear me out. You pair them with 2P, so you get your Blackwood Archers, like it.
Yeah. Right. They could be paired well with like Britons, but it's not that great, I would say. Khmer even, if you want to do Bliss Elephants. Yeah, choices are a little rough there. On the other end of it, pool 1, when you have Mapuche, I think there's a lot of things you could do with Mapuche pairs. I think Mapuche is like maybe the most or one of the most underrated civilizations of this tournament. While they're not that strong by themselves, they make key units really much cheaper. That team bonus thing, 15% cheaper unique units. That's so nice. Like, you know,
yeah,
you pair that with
what
something.
we tried in our throwaway. We tried playing around with that, but it's still a problem if you boost your Saracens with like only a Mapuche and then the Mapuche can only sting. We have a map selected, by the way. We're going to, I think that follows your theory about Keller's mentality. We are going to Kavasan. So Kelar concluded, no Bengalis for the opposing team anymore. That's our chance to go really hard on Kavasan.
Makes sense.
And they're using
smart play from him.
Koreans.
All right, should we jump into it?
Go. Please into the spec delay screen as we see Khmer once again as of pocket on Kavasan. Ballista Elephants proved to be kind of map winning here before. Could be boosted by the Mapuche, but
wow.
aren't.
Crazy
Mapuche
picks
is
from
in
both sides.
for Sweden.
Spaden using Magyars here. Wow, Magyars with Spanish Burmese. I did not see that coming from them. Boy, if you get Burmese against Turks, that's a nightmare situation with Kelar. However, if it's the other way around, Koreans I think can do okay against Burmese if they get set up well enough.
They're learning from you guys. They're not picking Dravidians on flank, instead they're picking Turks though. They learned from the Kavasan game against you.
Yeah. This is so situational dependent. If it's Turks against Spanish, Turks will be fine.
No.
Maybe. I think Spanish still maybe have an advantage here though, because the water's so good for Spanish and hard to kill those vills. Oh man, that's so tough. I think once again Germany seems to be outpicked here by the Swedish team. Sweden though burning another great civ in the Magyars. And Spanish here. You know, you would expect them on a water map.
Even more surprising to me, shiXo is playing a carry civ. He's entering the finals and he's not playing the shit civs. And yesterday Kelar was in the interview, yeah, shiXo is so good with the bad civs. And here we go, welcome to game 2, and shiXo gets his chance to shine with the top-rated civilization of the Koreans in the purple. He will meet the Burmese of Ganji, and that is kind of interesting news for the other side as well, as we've Kelar with the Turks will go against the Spanish for Frost. So the better way around for Germany, right?
Oh yeah, this is definitely good for Germany, and well, the best it could be for Germany, but look at how far away Kelar is from the water. You tried to send a villager to it and instantly lost it to the scout of Frost 9. Really
shiXo
tough
lost
start
one
for Kelar.
as well now. Yeah, that's super far water, so Turks will have to play defensive here, and that's not really what they're good at on the map. At least the Spanish cannon gains, therefore won't reach anything really. I think his main gold can even still be taken, even though if he loses the forward pond. Both players on the water up top. Fire ships coming out for Ganji. Trapped behind the docks, has to delete a dog. Galleon of shiXo trying to deny the villagers. Will be met by the fires. Now going into Carrack production. Cavachers rushing on that side. shiXo losing the second villager. And now his dogs are kind of denied by the sea. Lose another on the castle.
Oh, this is really hard for shiXo. Those HCI are really well placed with Spaden. He's really making it tough for shiXo to get going, and he's going to lose water because of it. Meanwhile, on the left side, you see Kelar, you know, with the camels, he'll be able to win on land, but lose on sea, basically. He can't even get on sea. Keller's going to have to play back, and I think he already realizes that. He's placing everything kind of behind where water can reach. And you got Terz going over to the top side. Those elephants can be really nasty. Man, if he just crosses the middle, I think he could do so much damage to the Magyar.
Still on the water, thanks to the one galleon baiting fire ships into Carrack opening. Still has some position on the water. I don't think Burmese even get fast fire, so in the fire versus fire battle should be also nice for the Koreans, even before the turtle ships come out, which are not cute at all yet. So,
no, yeah. Good fight though, a little bit there from in the middle side by Kelar, taking out a bunch of HCAs from Spaden. Spaden is probably too busy microing everything in the top side. Kelar needs to back out of that fight. Hopefully he does here soon. He might lose him yet. Kelar, get back. I like that Terz is taking the middle control again. He seems to do that. I mean, he did that in the last game. He seems to be doing that here too. shiXo, you know, maybe not the best start, but hey, like looking kind of solid for him at the moment. I think those rocket carts will play well against the water from Ganji. So this isn't looking so bad for them either. Kelar, I think, is wise that he's crossing the middle with his army here. Although his base is going to go under pressure here soon. But I think between...
So they never go turtles. But shiXo is stabilizing. That's kind of what he does really well after tough starts at times. Can he get the castle up though? Ooh, no, the Galleons are here. Where are the rocket carts to fight back the Galleons? Nowhere. Castle denied for shiXo.
shiXo is losing a lot there in terms of villagers. And in the middle of the battle, I don't know if it's actually going in favor of the German team. It's really hard to tell right now. A lot of elephants coming in from Khmer. I like that Blue's rotated over. Ganji's being smart there. Ganji is fighting in two places very effectively. Ganji's doing a fantastic job. Meanwhile, Frost9 putting on pressure on Kelar. Kellar's going to struggle here because Kellar's trying to fight in two places as well. Kelar running with HCA down past Spaden's base. That is a risky move. Could pay off. We'll have to see. Kelar though losing
Castle
a lot.
Under fire now. shiXo coming to the middle as well. What's happening with Kelar?
Oh, this is really interesting. Kelar is losing his base a bit here, but I don't know if Kelar, I don't want him to commit too much to fighting for his base at the moment. You know, he can't fight near that water. Oh boy, he's losing army though. Meanwhile, his team though is doing well in the middle. Look at that. The German team is taking over control of the middle. shiXo even has some turtle ships up top, looking pretty good for him.
Yeah, shiXo switching over to the middle, still contesting water evenly now with the turtle ships that chat wants so desperately to see. They are coming out, so long term shiXo might win the water and win control over Ganji's base a bit there. And Terz is controlling the middle, even though he's still called an admiral. Kelar though with a bit of problems. His raid is being cleaned up. Not sure that found that much damage. Might have delayed the trade though. But now Spaden's army also coming to Kellar's base, and it's a lot of pressure onto him. He keeps also fighting there. Like, I think the KD should not look all too great for the Turks here.
No, Turks are struggling tremendously here. I mean, basically, Frost has a cheap but very effective army against them. Having Halb with some conquistadors, and Kelar's got a lot of cleaning up to do if he wants a hope of surviving that. Both teams not really getting on trade very fast here, but it does look like the Team Sweden is a little bit quicker to it. You see Team Sweden, look over there on the right corner, like Spaden chopping all the wood with an onager. They're like, we're not playing this game late. We're going for an early kill here. Wow, big army from Terz coming in towards...
That's just to make the trade better with that onager, no? That's kind of a late game.
Yeah.
But shiXo is winning the water with elite turtle ships now, has cleared the navy of Ganji.
Big army coming in from Terz on Frost9. Frost9's not going to be able to hold this. He's going to have to back out here soon, I believe. Really good push from Terz here.
Do we have anything to kill this castle though that Frost has built on the main gold of Kelar? I don't think the elephants will do it. So it's only like kind of a half clear up, and now you're in that awkward spot where you need to go back because you don't want to fight the big army under the castle. And Frost can press on towards the left a little bit more. At least trade line should still be there for Germany. Some raids by Ganji with Burmese elephants should be cleared up though by good reaction from Mr. Terz.
shiXo has now completely won water, which, wow, and Spaden took some big losses right there, big shots from the rocket carts.
Turtle ships! And rocket cars countering the CA, but I think there was even some turtle ship rockets in there. Docks will be cleaned, we can afford some cannon gains for shiXo. shiXo's out of wood, but the other resources are looking decent. And then that's a lot of base that will be lost for Ganji. Ganji has erected a castle in the middle though, so Team Sweden looking to take over that middle hill. Relics even in the middle for Terz will be lost. Kelar losing a lot of ground in his base. Kamrat just going forward there alongside the Conquistadors as well. Action all around. That was not walled. Beasted market wall to the trade. Here's the trap! The trap! They're surrounded! They're surrounded! Oh, build the house, lady!
This could be a great trap from Kelar. Oh my gosh, is this actually going to work out for him? This could be phenomenal, but they are destroying the market. They're going to get in.
Killing the market to get out, or in, or out, or in. Another market is being attempted for the trap. Kellar's army is here. All the army is trapped under the castle. Kelar is building another market.
Oh, good move by Kelar. He's trying to keep it going, but I think that army is going to get cut loose in their backfield soon.
They're still hitting some trade. Market wasn't strong enough. Terz is coming too late with the army to clean it up. And now they're running through the trade. Oh, it was such a good attempt. But now it's panic time again as they just forced their way through here.
Oh man, you see Ganji pushing through the middle, but at the same time, Ganji's actually losing his base to shiXo. Germany A's team is actually leading in score. Was that commitment worth it? Look at that. Frost9's Conquistador is now running through Castle Fire and dying.
It's a lot of army they're losing, right? And trade isn't that important yet. There's still gold on the map. The gold income still looks alright for the German team, even with losing their trade. Maybe that was too costly as a move. In the middle, some trebuchets around Kelar now also pushing back the castles. shiXo
is playing phenomenal. He is playing phenomenal on the top side. You know, you don't expect shiXo to be the one killing Ganji, but he is actually destroying Ganji's base. Ganji is concentrated more in the middle, and now he's going to have a big army coming at him. I don't think Ganji's going to be able to push that back. He's going to end up having to fall back to his two castles, and he's about to lose another castle. Meanwhile, Spaden on the top side, cleaning up a lot of the siege from shiXo and attempting to clean the remaining trebuchets. Doesn't look like you'll be able to.
Run to the turtles! Yeah, they're running to the turtles. Helvetiers will take out the Cavalchers. Good reaction by shiXo. Finally getting a good civ in this tournament and showing why he deserves it, while the other two stabilizing nicely in the middle as well. Forward castle for Ganji fell. If you're a Germany fan, I think your hopes are growing right now.
It is looking a little like there's some hope here for Germany. I still think actually the Swedish team have an advantage here. They have more land control, especially on the left side. They're pushing in, but I do like shiXo's position on the right side. We got Kelar now moving in over there, distracting a lot of units going into the turtle ships. That's really good for them. I think Keller's actually going in for a raid. Oh, this could be good. Potentially a very good raid. It's hard to tell at this point.
Reaction, outpost walls by Ganji, but no, can't outpost next to the water, so impossible to wall to the water kind of by the rule clarification that we have had. So the Cavalchers are going in, will snipe the villagers on the wood line here, can maybe get into a trade. Panic Castle being rushed up, it's not that many Cavalchers. They're into another spot as well, hard to track down. And trade raid now on the other side with way less investment, right? Not investing two big armies for it. Just like 20, 25 units. Probably killing...
Yeah.
Also some trade.
Yeah. The one thing the Swedish team have going for them, look at the gold from Ganji. He's banking a lot of gold. Has a big investment on trade. And same with Frost. They both have really good investments on trade, whereas on the other side, you only really have that big of an investment from shiXo. Germany is going to need to catch up in that regard. Really good trade rate.
Were attempted for Ganji. Ganji tried to dock the opposing pawns here in the middle. Quickly shut down by some turtle ships and some navy.
Spaden's about to lose a lot of HC in the middle. He's not paying attention. Oh, he lost quite a bit there. That was a big fight for Admiral Terz. Really good for him. Big raid now coming in from Frost9.
And Frost is going for the water as well. Sweden is going for the forward legs. Ganji tried. Now the Spanish are trying to get into it. 2 pop cap though to get ships out. Fast fire ships not really coming out. Kelar with the quick cannon gains. And there was even like a turtle that happened in that pond somehow. Defending that. Raid is through though. Conquistadors will get in here.
This is looking very good for Sweden. Sweden is ahead by about 20 pop on villagers, and a lot of that is in trade. Very good trade, actually, from Frost's team here, especially since they have Spanish. I mean, that Spanish trade is going to really pay off for them now.
That finally
Wow,
quite some kills onto the trade of Team Germany. Their trade numbers are still not absolutely terrible, but 20, 20, 30, relatively low. Elephants having to come back here. Yeah, this raid is doing more than Kelar's raid.
It's definitely doing a lot more than Keller's raid. Team Germany needs to shore up this line of defense here. They need to make it where there's no way that they could get into their base, block a lot of this from happening, because you could see Frost is relentless. More and more raids coming through. He's not going to stop raiding, basically. And so he needs to find a way to block it. You can't have
eco kind of shambles, says Lucky Comes as well, and the elephant player really important also to have the food eco, right? 26 on food, 20 on gold is not looking pretty for an elephant book.
No. And you need your kamrat to be the most effective player here. You need him to do some damage forward. You don't want him going back to chase raids. That is the last thing you want for your team. Kelar, I think, is struggling a little bit right now. He has the Vil count, but he doesn't quite. He has 54 in military. I guess it's still a decent military. He is building up. He needs to play defense.
What I'm looking at right now, there was Ganji posting a picture in the DM Discord not too long ago saying everybody should play Spanish like this, and Frost is following it. We have 9 missionaries going against the elephants behind conquistadors and paladins. And they're being individually targeted.
Those turtle ships at the top are basically the only thing standing between shiXo and losing his frontline push here. But it looks like Ganji's actually slipping up a little bit, losing his cannons. Oh,
Spaden just lost all the cam archers of the raid to the turtle ships in the middle pond as well. Now being followed by that. We can't follow all the developments here at the same time. Another trade raid there. Missionaries pushing onto cav archers. Missionaries converting cav archers. Is this deathmatch or is this absolute? I don't know. You don't know what it looks.
This is chaos. Absolute chaos going on in this game. It's so hard to pay attention to everything. We got a big army of Spaden's HCA roaming through the middle. Not sure what he's planning on doing. He's looking for an avenue to attack, I think, or to maybe go raid. Man, all those missionaries. How effective can Frost be with them? I know Frost is pretty deadly to the missionaries when he tries to be.
Yeah, he's trying to fight the ballista elephants here, get some conversions, so they start shooting on the other clumped up ballista elephants. These guys playing missionaries, oh my lord. Cav should in theory be good here against the army of Frost if Terz and Kelar could get their armies together. shiXo seems pretty much fine on his own, has a good setup to defend the raids as well.
Another big raid coming in from Spaden on the top side. I think that's going to be super deadly.
Yeah, there's a castle missing there, right? So maybe not as good of a setup. Trying to go for another defensive castle now. No fast units for the Koreans. Armies united in the south as well. Spaden once again losing the cav archers to ballista elephants.
Good fight from Admiral Terz. Kelar really needs to get in this fight. If he could snipe all those missionaries, this could be pretty much a cleanup for them. And it looks like he's doing just that.
That's
okay, good cleanup from Germany AA. Okay, good cleanup, very good army.
Though shiXo can't really deal with the Magyars in the trade right now, but that was a very good fight. For somehow Admiral Zhao managed to sneak into the finals, because if it's easier for you to say Admiral than it is to say Terz. What a mastermind plan of Zhao. Forfeits the Silver League, still gets to Gold League finals. Ay.
That's pretty hilarious. That was a great raid though from Spaden in the top. You see the trade count from the German team basically flopping here. It is looking terrible for them.
Reminds me of a Kawasan game in the semifinals. Team Germany not having trade on Kawasan seems to be a pattern. Working for it in different ways though. Sweden with the raids, you guys with the rush. But this army is dangerous. The elephants plus the CA, they're making a lot of ground in the south. Maybe what Germany needs to stabilize, get their trade count back up.
Look at the HCA from Spaden just getting melted.
Ballista elephants, absolute carnage.
That was fantastic from the Admiral. Going very well for their push right now. I don't know if they're going to be able to sustain it. They don't really have the economy to sustain it. I know they're trying to add more castles in their backfield, which they need desperately. I think shiXo is going to be in a world of hurt, though, here in the near future. Can he maintain his forward presence? It doesn't look like for long. Ganji getting back on the water. Oh boy, shiXo's got his work cut out for him here in the near future. And you're still gonna get, oh man, more deadly raids coming in from Spaden. I think those raids, that raids is gonna be everything for them. And look at that, raid coming in right through the middle.
Yeah, but that is not that big of a raid. Terz has added a smart castle there, so I think everything is kind of ranged now.
Yeah,
it will be harder for them
right.
to raid now. I don't think that one will be too big. And Lucky Calms has learned the word feeding by watching Michi. I remember when we started watching Michi and the tail feeder comments, he didn't know if it was positive or negative yet. Now he's embraced it. Sadly, Spaden's name and feeding don't really combine well together.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh man, another beautiful fight from Team Germany on the left side. Germany now taking back the original position of Kelar. This is actually looking quite good for Germany at the moment. They need to stabilize their economy. They're up to in the 30s for both Terz and Kelar on trades. shiXo though, no trade really whatsoever. I'm not sure if shiXo is going to hang on.
You would think that with Spanish trade you kind of win the mid to late game. But then this map throughout the tournament has kind of proven to be a Khmer map. And that the Khmer, which is I think the correct plural actually, the Khmer ballista elephants can single-handedly turn games around.
A lot of great
don't get
conversions
converted, I guess.
From Frost. Yeah.
Frost wants those ballista elephants as well.
Big raid coming in from Kelar. I don't know if that's going to be very effective. But still, good fights though. Good fights on the left side.
There's our castle setup for Team Sweden. I think that raid could do something. Good reaction by Spaden though, instantly sending something, but not too many units. Kelar shouldn't go under the castles. You're in the right spot already.
Oh man, I don't think this is going to do much for Team Germany, unfortunately. They need better raids than that. That's just not going to be effective. They are pushing a lot of the units back, I guess, from Team Sweden, but it's just not the impact that they need. A lot of bombard cannons moving forward onto shiXo's base from the middle, coming in from Ganji, taking down a castle now. Oh boy. shiXo, I don't know if shiXo would even afford to lose this line of defense. shiXo is in a precarious position. Done so well, though, to hold on to what he has.
Yeah, 19 trade cards only though will be a bit worrying. At least Keller's up to a good trade count. Everything very costly on gold for the Koreans at this stage, and elephants kind of hard to counter. At least you don't need gold against them. Pretty balanced but pretty low economy for the player in the purple.
I like how Terz is moving towards the middle now. He might be able to knock out that castle and retake a middle position. I think they desperately need that, but can he do it fast enough? Those cannons from Ganji in the middle moving into shiXo's base are going to be so dangerous. And shiXo, military count, not looking very good at the moment. Mostly ships, a lot of which are idle at the moment.
Defense, another attempt onto that lake by Frost there, so at least the ships are doing something. Turtle ship range isn't that high, can't really defend this crossing. That's where Spaden and Ganji are setting up their elephant CA push. Not playing paladins, not listening to chat. It's still CA because they go well with the elephants and can do the raiding. Spaden, I feel like baited into the raid here. I think he should stay in the fight. I don't like the decision to go raid there. They had a good push. Why raid?
I disagree. I think that raid is deadly. I think you have a team that's struggling to get their gold count up. You look at the gold count from Team Germany, it's very low. That is going to do a phenomenal amount of damage for them.
Okay, you're right.
Here comes the turtle ships, though. The turtle ships might actually be able to clean this up a bit. They're out of range.
Frost is raiding in the south at the same time, and that is making this so annoying. Memories of how Team GB played against us. If two players raid you at the same time, like, just forces so many reactions, so much communication from the defensive team. Clean this up really well, though, for Kelar and Terz. Spaden's raid still alive.
I don't think Kelar took damage. Kelar was fine there. He didn't take damage on his side. I think that Spaden
Yeah, he
raid
took damage
though
in the
did a
middle,
lot
yeah.
of work. Yeah.
40 trade
Killed a
cards only
lot
for
of trade
Kelar
there.
now. 13 only for shiXo. Well, that's why I have an expert co-caster, because that was an amazing trade.
Looks like Frost 9 probably going to go in for another raid here in the bottom. It's hard to tell if he's actually going to do it or not. I think Kelar needs to play defense. He needs to free up the Admiral on doing more and more damage here in the middle and just prevent these raids. Someone on his team needs to just block up all this area so that people could stop running into the trade line. Because these trade raids are just kind of crushing them.
Kelar stops that advance at least. Germany kind of needs to stabilize the game. shiXo doesn't even have the gold anymore to produce trade cards, so shiXo, he has population, but still feels a bit out of the game. He does have an army, however. That is kind of decent-ish.
Can Germany hang on to the middle push? I don't think so. Man. And you know what? If this game gets really late where wood becomes a major issue, which we're actually getting somewhat close to, it's going to be a big advantage for Sweden. They got all their civs are capable of playing great with just simply food-heavy civs, whereas Team Germany, more wood-heavy.
He could, in theory, sling everything to the
Oh
for
my
ballista
gosh.
elephants, but this is another big raid for Frost. And Germany
The
just
bigger thing is on the right.
now.
Look at Ganji's move at the top right. Oh my gosh. Huge army moving into the trade line. And what can they do to stop that?
The markets. I don't think shiXo has the resource to do much there, right? shiXo economically right now the weakest player, so that's kind of the weak front for Team Germany, and exactly that's where Ganji has prepared a surprise push over the map edge. Even Kelar just following through with that in order to kill trade quickly. Elephants will go onto the markets, and the Admiral calls the GG.
The Admiral. Wow, what a game. You know, I was proud to see Germany do as well as they did. I think they were counterpicked really, really well here by Team Sweden. Some genius picking going on from them. You know, I didn't see the Burmese or the Magyars being used on this map here. And they were very effective for what they have. Khmer, though, on the other hand, you know, kind of a weaker civ in general, I think, but very effective on this map. So I got to give Germany some credit for picking that. Turks, I think Kelar considers Turks like what, D tier or whatever he put them at, like pretty low.
Yeah.
So in a way, I think Germany is still sort of sandbagging on their civs a little. They're playing weaker civs, whereas Spaden, or the Swedish team with Spaden picking Magyars, is picking stronger civs, especially Spanish there too. Wow. I think Keller's has more stuff up his sleeve here. I kind of like his positioning going forward into the next games, although they're already down 2-0. But I like their positioning civ-wise. It was similar feeling when we were playing them.
Well, they had
I gotta take a quick break,
though, so they need to get that as well. No problem at all.
I'll be right back.
We can take the time to mark down the surprise civs for the Swedish team. Magyars, Burmese, and then the heavy hitters of the Spanish used for Team Sweden. Whereas Germany used up the Koreans. Kind of a big one still, I would say, but not as much maybe in Keller's mind, the Turks. And then the Khmer, probably only kind of usable on this map. 2-0 for Sweden though. Germany will have to have some strong lineups in order to come back into this series. Was Sweden's home map though. When do they use Chinese? Probably on Team Islands, I would guess. How big of a difference would it have been if Kelar was closer to his opponent? Depends on if he gets it as well, right? Spanish against Spanish, it's still hard to get it. Might even be somewhat good for Turks. They're not that close to the opponent in order to not like lose his base, right? His base was intact after he lost water at least. There's like upsides and downsides there. Depends, the pawn position also depends massively on who gets it. I guess it would have been easier for Kelar to get it then. It's kind of in the middle though, it's risk. Because push 3 is the best. Well, then Germany should have still chances. Was there the 3v Kelvin, so it's 3-0? Yeah, not... I mean, Bulgarians we saw can do it, but versus Frost... Always do something on the other side, though. Frost should go Kate on Team Islands and go full siege stop. That would be not as free of a win there. We're going to Golden Lakes next. Very aggressive map. For game number 3. And not the fastest Civ left anymore, right? Germany still has Megas, but even the Megas spent for the Swedes. Fast Civ's not really present in Pool 1. Thanks for the follow. Pistola, which I completely didn't butcher. 110 people here for the grand finals. Great to see so many of you without like big rates. Thank you for the follow as well. The dude snitches. Please don't. Not on me. Match has started. Let's go into Golden Lakes. And let's hope my co-caster is back in time. As we have throwaway civilizations for Team Sweden. And oh boy, did that work well. It's Saracens, Georgians, Franks invested by the German team. Against Italians, Romans, Aztecs.
Oh,
Will
wow.
probably be a win for Germany, but still doesn't feel strategically too great. I mean,
That
Aztecs
is definitely really...
got to if I have to say it. But...
That does feel pretty rough for the German team. Yeah. Gosh, you know, I will say though, Italians are sneaky good on some maps. Romans also played better than you would expect in some situations. I'm trying to give some credit to the German team here. But that is rough.
Italians are throwaway because there's no Persians in these two Civ pools.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they still act as a good support though, and they're good on water as well, but yeah.
They're not as good because no pool 2. Well, we're going to Golden Lakes, Germany with a big Civ advantage. Probably a bit too big for them, but let's see what they can make do with it. Frost is playing Aztecs. Frost is such an Aztec hater, man. He always plays Aztecs in these kinds of lineups to make them lose. It's so rude.
Yeah.
The Aztecs will go against Zayu's Georgians. No, I can. And in the north, we've got Saracens for Kelar against Ganji's Italians. Italians, low-key, decent Civ against Saracens. They have a lot of shit on horses. In the pockets.
Yeah.
Roman pocket. Also a wild one for kamrat. QP making an appearance against the Franks pocket of Terz.
I did not expect that. If you're going to put Romans in this game, I think they would be more of the flank. I guess? No, I take that back. I guess of the 3 Civs they picked, yeah, Romans are probably the pocket. Yeah, yeah.
3 flank Civs.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you had to pick a pocket out of those, like, you could do Centurions.
Kamrat got a villager kill already on the Camel Civ of Kelar, so Kamrat with the best start.
This is a really interesting game. I mean, if I think I really love the way Sweden is picking their civs. I think they're doing a really good job countering Germany, and in this case, doing a throwaway at such a key moment. They were, I thought, getting a little bit behind on the civs, right? But now this kind of evens it back up.
Yeah.
Or even puts it in Sweden's favor.
Yeah. Even if it evens it up, they're still 2-1 ahead, right? In theory,
exactly.
Germany takes this match, so.
Exactly.
Very good calculation by the Swedish team here. But let's watch the game as well, right? Paladins are moving forward onto the base of Ganji. Ganji has Elite January's crossbowman out here. If Germany does not win this match, then in big trouble.
Uh-oh. Look at the top. Ganji's sneaking a Vil around. Kelar, you better see that. Kelar, don't let
Has
that get underwater.
on everything but 2 tiles, so I think you can't make a dock that isn't seen in theory. You do need to notice, obviously. Canagain is out, Canagain is out, Kelar sniffs it even without vision, already makes a Canagain. It's even going to the perfect spot. So that is not going to do much.
But then doesn't shoot the villager.
Yeah. I mean, he's not looking.
Does this give him an opportunity?
Now the villager.
No, he kills the villager. Though. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Terz running through the middle. I think he's looking for a fight or what to fight. You got kamrat making Centurions do beat Paladins. We tested this. Very effective against Paladins, but oh
big
boy, Ganji's got a rough over there. Big shots.
We see more blue January's crossbowmen dying. Saw that with shiXo yesterday. This time shiXo is not in the game. In the south, Zayu looking to fight against the Aztecs is getting Monaspa out, killing 2 castles already at Frost Front. Yeah, this is looking solid for the German team. Paladins versus Italians. Genbo in theory good against Paladins, but actually with the numbers that you can get out early on, still get kind of stomped by the Paladin. Now the Centurions trying to do that fight that you just mentioned. Terz wasn't really paying attention. Now we'll take it though. Numbers should still win here.
Ganji spamming pikemen to the top of Kelar's base, oddly. I don't know if he's paying attention to that, but that is not going very well for him, as you can see. Yeah, you know, like, despite them throwing away civs here, it's also feeling a bit like they're not even playing those throwaway civs very well. Big army coming in from Terz here. This is going to be so hard for him to survive this. Ganji, that is. Tons of Scorpion, though, for kamrat. That might actually even the playing field a little bit.
Doing damage, right? They're killing the Frank Paladins pretty effectively here. Maybe Terz shouldn't have gone there. Maybe should have gone full on to Ganji. Ganji's home castles will fall, though. The south, relatively even game. And
I think it's a little advantage for Zayu in the bottom, actually. Zayu's playing quite well, you know? I would almost favor Frost 9 over Zayu in this sim matchup, but Zayu's doing all right. You know, Aztecs can hold their own against some civilizations, and I think George is one of those, and especially when it's Frost 9.
But
hey,
don't get BBC, yeah, I can see it. Shooting a lot of his own Jaguar warriors, like Frost with so many self kills, it's unusual. Now the monks are out, of course, it's a Frost monk game. Going for the Siege Archer conversions, actually gets 2 conversions there. Trying with Redemption. Is that capture edge so choppy for you as well? Is that me or is that like the game?
It is. It's choppy. I thought maybe it was just for me. You know, we had some extreme lag problems when we were playing against Germany, or at least I did. And here I am, also having lag problems when I'm casting their game. So
yeah, but since it's also me, it's probably someone in the games here, actually, right?
Yeah, makes me wonder, was it me the whole time? I'm not sure. Kelar needed to fall back a little bit here. He has the Paladin support that he needs. He just needs Terz to commit, and which he seems to be doing. He's a Genbo match from Ganji, but will it survive? I don't know. Yeah, do we see a comeback from Sweden here?
It might be Zayu, actually. Maybe it's not you. Zayu had some internet problems, I heard. I think the lag might not be you, it might be Zayu, actually.
Yeah, in our games against them, I mean, as you guys saw, like when I was Huns against the Georgians there, man, I took so many SO shots to the face. Then it was impossible to stop.
It might just be Zayu Georgians.
It might be. Yeah, you know, when there's really bad lag, you tend to get siege dominating because you just don't have the reaction time anymore on the units going into siege shots.
Let's not get too hung up on the lag, though. Terz has full middle control here, double castle, and a lot of gold can be gained there. Lake control also looking pretty okay, but a lot of stuff on the lake for the south for the Swedish with kamrat there too.
I'm fearing for the German team here. I think Zayu's actually losing his position. I think he's actually going to suffer here for a little bit. Terz, his Paladin are just not effective up north. Everything that's there is good against him. You almost want to see him rotate down and do a clean up on Frost.
Yeah, could be a thing. Eco though, way ahead for Team Germany. Kind of no villagers for either Ganji or kamrat. 26 and 25 villagers. Are they able to keep this up in the north?
Unlikely. Very low economy from them. They do have a big army, especially kamrat's army is looming over there. I mean, that is massive. And I don't think Kelar has the army to really hold all of this, especially with Ganji could be so annoying with those bombard cannons. I imagine it's hard to do though, and the lag that they're experiencing. Sorry to mention the lag again, but yeah, it's overall, I actually really like the Swedish army.
You're being blamed right now in the in-game chat. I blame True, he's a dev after all.
Hey, I understand. I understand where that's coming from. But hey, man, devs can't. I can't buy a computer for everyone.
There's a lot of banter. Wait, we need to show the banter though, not only the banter against you. Lags, not like you have two micros, so no problem for me, says Ganji. You don't have micro anyway, so it's a buff, says Terz. And then Ganji says the guy that thrown away 90 pallets. Okay, never mind. We continue. Oops.
Man, the mind games of Ganji are seriously next level. I imagine Terz is feeling like, yeah, I'm playing this game pretty well. Then you got Ganji over there, like the guy who threw away 90 paladins.
And now Terz is gonna be thinking, Terz is actually doing exactly what you said he might do, like come to the rescue of Zayu in the south. As his Paladin army, right after the break, you've been coaching Team Germany, don't deny it, is coming over to the southern side in order to clean up Frost's army.
Big shot. That's really good shots from Frostline there. Oh, but hey, still kind of a cleanup. It looks like. Oh, good shot even for onto his own units there from Frost.
Now, so kind of that out a bit, trying to micro the monks.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a full clear up for Team Germany on Frost's army. Frost dropping to 15 army in an instant. He had a push, but it vanished. Great move by Terz down here. Even with good micro onto the Paladins, army is cleared, and now Terz is like, okay, bye-bye, Zayu, rest is your job. I'm leaving.
Yep. And man, the position for Team Germany looks really good. The economies are just not there from Sweden still. Gotta give it to kamrat though. He has a great army. He's controlling it really well. He's not losing very much to that big army of Kelar, especially all the siege. They do have a raid coming in from him.
It looks like up north. Terz raiding with X-Men onto the gold. Okay,
I love the way Terz is playing this.
Well, I guess.
Terz is playing this so good. I love that. Look at the line of castles going through the middle. And now he's going to put pressure on kamrat's base. Kamrat, I don't think is waiting for this. He's just not ready.
Yeah, you need those transport stations, right? If you want to collect the taxes. So
this is looking really, really good for Germany now. I mean, they have such a great fight they took on the right side. Some big shots coming in here from Frost 9. Can he kill these? I don't think. The Manaspas are getting in there. Now he's trying to convert them, but I think that's going to be really deadly for Frost 9 against Frost 9. Oh yeah, you lost a lot of siege onagers. I feel like I'm a little bit biased at this stage for Germany, by the way, guys. I want to see them win, make this a close series.
That's fine. We're rooting for a close set, right? That's not
close set. Yes, exactly. Right. Gosh, Terz is playing so good. Look at that big army now on the side of Sweden.
Good shots by Kelar. Really nice attack round, protecting him from the Helvetiers. Kelar moving, also castle chaining forward here. More tax offices being erected for Team Germany. Swedish tax evasion might come to an end soon.
This is looking really, really good for Germany. I can't emphasize that enough. Kelar, I mean, for a while there, he played 2v1 and held his own. I gotta watch out giving him too much glaze here.
Ganji's lag comments, losing all the gen buffs to the siege onagers. Yeah, Terz is your new donut, man. It's a collection of donuts in Team Germany, eh?
Yeah, I love the way Germany's playing this, though. Really great control. Terz is really playing well in this series so far, especially this game. Where is the hope for Sweden here? I think you desperately need Kamrat to get moving here. He's losing a lot of base really fast to a lot of trebuchets. And at the same time, at the
Zayu
top,
not trying to evacuate
Ganji.
them. Ganji on the water.
Ganji's
Okay.
losing a lot. All three players from Germany are playing like, yeah, we could destroy these guys. I love the confidence, especially from Zayu. He's probably thinking, oh gosh, I'm across from Frost 9, but no.
And
I'm bringing the heat.
G is called. Germany is on the scoreboard, investing a lot of Civ points, but dominant victory in game number 3.
Whew, great game from Germany. They needed that win. I think that's a confidence builder too. Of course, a big Civ advantage, but great confidence builder. I think they could use that going forward.
Absolutely, Terz being very active. Look at Terz KD, 440 to 265 in favor of the German pocket player.
Oh man, Terz was on fire that game. I mean, he had armies all around the map that were good against him, and he just did not let them do damage to him.
Res collected 2.
Yeah.
Kamrat collected 8,500 resources. Terz in the pocket collected 26k, and Kelar on flank collected 28k.
If Frost 9 was the only one that had any kind of realistic economy there, and still it would come in second to last for the German team.
My turn
So
for
let's
a
take a
little
look at
break,
the
though.
civs.
I will lose.
Oh, okay.
Leave it to you for. I will cross off the civs,
Perfect.
and then I will go. But I'll let you talk.
That'd be great. It's Germany A, we have Saracens, Georgians, and the Franks. Franks, a couple over, yeah. Pool 1, Aztecs, Italians. Oh boy. And the Romans. Okay, cool. Thank you, Otter. Whew, going from here, it is looking now pretty promising for the Swedish team. I mean, look at how many power civs they have relative to Germany A. Germany A burned 2.5 that game. Big commitment from them. But they still have some good civs. I think, you know, Berbers, Bulgarian, I think are very solid. Magyar is phenomenal. It's going to really come down to how well they could counter the civs of Sweden from here. I mean, Celts are dominant, but when you got a Magyar, they could be really painful. Even Bohemian can be tough if you have a Magyar in the pocket. Mongols, I think they're saving for that Costa Mountain game. What do you do if you're Germany on Costa Mountain? They don't have a whole lot left for Costa Mountain. Do they have civs that play well on Costa Mountain? Looking around, I'm not sure they do. Spaden went to pick up food for Ganji and Frost. Nice. What do you guys think? Am I missing anything here? Where's the analysis? I think Germany A is going to have to make something happen with a couple of their civs that are lower in their picks. I mean, they do have Britons that can be very good against some of these civs. Ethiopians can sometimes be good if they have a good pocket to play with them. Even Dravidians could have a little magic behind them, but boy, it's going to get tough for them. I think Lithuanian pocket, Kelar is a huge believer. I'm not.
We are going to Costa Mountain, so we've talked about it a lot already. Will probably be Mongols and an elephant Civ in the middle, or maybe Mongols Hindus again for Sweden. And Germany, big question marks, right? Do you have an idea for Costa Mountain for Germany?
I was just talking about that. I don't know. I'd be tempted to use a Berber there, but
Berber, Vietnamese or something, maybe? It's Mongol Hindu?
You might have to just kind of swallow a death pill here, you know, like, and just take also bad civs and just try to play out the rest of the series, because you don't really, you're gonna need Berbers, Magyars, Bulgarians, Sicilians for your like upcoming matches if you want any hope of winning the series.
Well, we have started. It is Mongols Hindus for the Swedish team together with the Byzantines. And I wasn't so far off. Vietnamese, Britons were civilizations I mentioned. And it is the Ethiopian siege for Admiral Terz, who's playing on the land
I think
side.
that's an okay. That's okay. That's okay for Germany. I think they could put up a good fight with that. I don't know if it's winning, but it's not bad. You have a market start actually from Frost in the pocket. Interesting. Sorry, I'm assuming you're in game 2, right?
I'm looking at Frost. We're into game 3. Welcome. But obviously on this map, fixed color position. So Frost has to play in the green as the Hindu pocket. Ganji up top with the Mongols and Byzantines in the south for Spaden. So pretty much what Sweden has been playing on this map so far as well. Terz with the Ethiopian siege up top in the middle. Kelar also with an elephant civ in the Vietnamese and waterside Britons for shiXo. So playing the kind of classic meta in the tournament, not the switcheroo that they did in the semis.
Interesting how they're all. I like how Germany's sending all scouts to go to the water on the right. I think they got one villager there. Yeah.
At least we practice it like that together with them to say all 3 scouts always on the water.
Terz did lose a villager at his base though, from the Ganji scouts, and I think Germany's actually struggling a little bit on water so far. Only 3 docks.
3 docks up.
I guess it's 3 to 3.
Teams, right? So
3 to 4 now. A little ahead, but the early galleons from Spaden are just flopping here, so that's not doing very much. Boy, this is gonna be really tight on water. I'm not sure who wins that. Frost going across the map with a lot of camels. My game is being really choppy.
Making Carracks is Byzantine, says Oracle, but it's also Warhulks for shiXo. My game's actually fine. It's a bit choppy, yeah.
Yeah,
Warhulks only for the Britons, though. That's a problem, right?
Well, they have more attack than the Carracks do from Spaden. It's not total loss.
4+4 versus 4+2. How big is the Carrack upgrade? 20 HP, I guess, and a little more armor.
25 HP. Oh, no, you're right. 20. Sorry.
The British also have more armor.
Yeah.
Why do British have more armor? I guess no dry dock or something, right?
Must be.
Oh, they do get it.
This is gonna be interesting to see how this plays for them. shiXo, be careful. He's wasting some of his units there fighting.
Oh, never mind. I clicked
I
wrong.
like the army though, from Germany on top. Yeah, Germany has a really nice army there so far. Tons of camels from the Swedish team so far. They need to get into their Mangudai SO phase, which I think is going to be so difficult for the Germans to handle. But so far, really good army. The Germany
elephant
team.
always kind of feels great, right? Ethiopian SO behind lots of elephants. Kelar getting a really good number of elephants onto the field. I imagine all his gold is spent. That is indeed the case. So Germany a bit on the pushback here. Frost once again with the very early caravanserai. We saw it in semis already. Wants to make Ganji proud.
I think this is going surprisingly well for Germany. I didn't expect this to be going as well as it is.
Population lead for them.
Germany's doing quite well. Where are they on economy? Economy is a little behind, I think. No, sorry, it's a little ahead actually for Germany.
Ahead on all the pop counts for Germany and in army value as well. With the elephants, right? 30k to 26k. I mean, it is close, right? Still
shiXo's losing on water though. shiXo's taking some weird fights on water. Spaden playing quite well right now. Very organized. What do you do if you're the Britons? I think we're gonna have a huge fight on water here.
Glorious navy. Build up to the fight here. Sailing forwards for Spaden. Good frontline Dromons in the back as well. And shiXo's half the armies isn't fighting here. Shix, what are you looking at?
Where's he paying attention? I don't know where his attention's at. Oh boy. That was a brutal fight for him, and now he has a... Oh man, Spaden has a lot of fast fires. Spaden's playing phenomenal on water.
Turns out if you use a Spaden to dig a hole, eventually you will hit water.
Turns out you're right. Oh man, some big shots from Ganji on the north. I love the Ganji army. Ganji's army is looking so dangerous. Terz has got his work cut out for him to counter that. I don't know if it's even possible.
I would like to see Joiners in place now, right? That's what we kind of waited for. That means Kelar has to split up his elephants. Can't have all the elephants in like one mass anymore. And that makes the army, like, that means like the siege Joiners by the Mongols make the elephants split up. And then the elephants can't meat shield the siege of Terz anymore, and that's why when you can jump the siege with the kamrats.
Exactly. It looks like there's still some opportunities for those elephants to get it on siege, maybe.
The siege, no! Frost has jumped through the elephants. The spread formation elephants not protecting the siege, and that's every single siege unit for Terz. In the damn hell, that means nothing is opposing the Mangadai anymore. Nothing's opposing the siege onagers anymore, and the elephants are on the retreat and outnumbered. Rough engagement for Germany. Great play by Sweden. Box formation. Ganji showing his armor skills.
I think Germany still has pretty good resources. They're definitely not out of this game, but I do love the control from Ganji going forward. Ganji's playing this like phenomenal. I mean, look at that Mongol army. Obviously in the hands of Ganji, it's really paying off for them. I don't like the light cab coming in from Kelar. Kelar needs to be careful about that.
Oh, I don't think it's the end of the world. The big problem is that the elephant mask just simply isn't there anymore. What's the sling order? Kelar got 16k slings. They got the most slings, shiXo, and especially Terz slinging a lot. But runs into a problem. What protects the siege, right? Halberdiers needed to be added by Terz. That's what Ganji hammered into, well, you guys yesterday a lot. And the Germans are not doing it either in this match.
This is interesting, the push coming in from shiXo over on their base. I did not expect to see that from the Britons, but can he do damage? I doubt it at this point, but
Byzantines
so far...
are not that well equipped to deal with this, right? Byzantines versus longbows? Not like the greatest civ there, because they have to rely on skirmishers, and that doesn't really work in DM. shiXo, your traps though! Your traps! Your trap!
Oh man, the treads are suiciding. Hey, you got some Kellar's elephants here though. That could be really effective.
Switch rounds have worked for Team Germany on this map, so they're trying another switch round.
Watch the longbows! Watch the longbows! Oh! Okay. He kept alive. He's keeping them alive. Man, they really getting the Swedes to commit to this.
Yeah,
Swedes are committing very hard to this.
Ganji is alone up top. But Ganji is so well set up.
That's fine though.
Still dangerous alone, right?
Yeah. Ganji probably doesn't mind being alone. He's probably telling his team to go down there. I would love to see shiXo just garrison those longbow into that castle. That would have been good. Or even this castle, which he seems to be doing.
Speaking about our timeline, people are coming to chat. Yay, Frost lost another game. Well, speaks for some dominance onto the historical DM timeline we did earlier. It's not quite a Jit Pass run yet, but some feelings are there, right?
Indeed, indeed. Wow, what do you do if you're Germany? Like like Terz has to hold the left, and can he? I think the odds are really stacked against him.
He's making more halberdiers at least now. I think that is necessary to protect the siege, because the elephants, as said, can't really do it. That was a big point yesterday, and Terz should have maybe watched a little more. I don't know. He's making more halberdiers now. Maybe he can stabilize. Would be helpful against the camels here, right? But Ganji is going through. There was a gap between the house and the tree line. Quick market is attempted, but not really built. He's building the house.
Oh, good block. But at the same time, maybe not such a good block, actually. Those Bangadar are still in range of a lot of trade, although they're not going to fire on it. What are the Siege Onagers doing?
Therefore, it's kind of working. Siege Onager, there we go.
Big shot. Oh. He's one more good shot. Yep. Okay. This is going to be a clear up from Germany on the trade raid, but I think they're still winning in the front. That frontal push is just so strong. Yeah. Meanwhile, shiXo not able to maintain much of a push in the front of their base. Looking very good for the Swedish team.
Only Hindu kind of the higher Civ investment. We do have to say that. Civ lineup made some sense for the Germans, but they had to scrap the barrel a little bit here, whereas the Swedish were playing their kind of A tier, their A lineup, or their S tier. The perfect lineup for this month, right?
Spaden having a phenomenal game. He's even pushing the bottom, clearing up shiXo in the middle. I mean, he won water decisively. Everything's going really, really well.
Perhaps even
Spaden.
being ramped down simultaneously by the siege rams or the 3 trebuchets. Tried to push this back, failing to the siege ram. Short trade it is for Germany, and Frost is even killing those markets with 3 sneak camels.
Oh man, this is so hard of your Germany. I don't know if there's much left for them here. They just can't hang on to the top. Therefore, they're going to run out of their trade line here soon, let alone the forests. Kelar trying to dive a lot of the siege with his elephants in the same way he did against us, but you know, those Bangadai are able to chop them down. There are no Persian elephants for sure. And GG called.
GG called. And I think it was down to that combination. Once the siege archers are there, elephants have to split up. No halberdiers to protect the siege. And then that one big clear up that kind of massively swung the game. Like when all the siege for Terz died in an instant. I'm trying to find it right now. Yeah, here's all the siege. The camels going through the split up elephants. And these camels clearing all the siege. And from there on, Ganji
3-1 for Sweden.
Momentum.
Can Germany pull it back from here? It's not looking good for them.
In an ideal world, right, to shift the momentum, the Swedes try to close out the set here, play the Celts, and the Germans break the Celts. And then, like, the room would be fully open.
And it is possible. I mean, they have Magyars in the pocket. Magyars are a really good counter to Celts, potentially. I wouldn't say they're a phenomenal counter, but they are a counter. You know, Sweden could just all in on this next one if they wished, and they would probably be successful. I mean, as you mentioned, they have Celts, they have Bohemians, they even have Teutons, which I think, well, Teutons are maybe not the best against what Pool 3 has left. But yeah, they have options. Germany did not.
There. Maybe Sicilians or Bulgarians can hold a flank against Celts until the Magyars come, but it's not the best siege.
No.
And their bottom row not used at all.
Yep. Bottom row not used at all. I think they're saving probably 3 of them for Team Islands if they have to play it.
Looks like we're going to outcrop, and Dakilamon is saying, is it possible for Germany to have a reverse sweep? Oh, ouch.
No, I don't think it's in the cards for them based on the civs that are left, although it's possible if they get really lucky. They, like we just mentioned, Magyars needs to be placed against the Celts. The Berbers will have to be played against something that they can play against, maybe Franks. And you're going to have to do something good with Bulgarian Sicilians. What civ is Bulgarian good against here? Maybe Teutons?
And if you get
not really.
Masconic, they can deal with the Celts, right? We saw that. Saw the Swedes doing it yesterday.
Yeah.
It can be a Celt breaker if they survive the first onslaught. I might even like Bulgarians into Celts. Still very hard to survive the first onslaught. But after that, I think it's a decent matchup for Bulgarians.
All right, we're on outcrop. Let's jump into it, huh?
Let's jump into it. Match point for Sweden for being the best deathmatch nation in 2026. Heavy hitters.
Team Sweden throwing everything at this one. Everything at this one. And unfortunately, the German team leaving out their Magyars, what they desperately needed for this. If only Germany played Magyars here, I think they would have had a hope. This is going to be so hard. You're going to have a phenomenal play from Kelar against either the Bohemians or Celts. I think Dravidians is going to struggle, though. shiXo's Dravidians across from each other, Lithuanians to Franks. Maybe the Admiral pull off something.
It would be tempting to go. Can always get good clear-ups, right, against any siege civs if you have like gliders with enough relics. Dravidians will have a hard time.
Outcrop for relics is a little tricky. You know, you would expect Lithuanians to be played on like Golden Lakes or even Kalasan. If you were looking for relics, this is going to be a little harder, but maybe you could pull it off. Yeah, there's a heavy weight on both Kelar and Terz's shoulders here. shiXo, imagine if you're Dravidians against Frost Nine's Celts right now. Like, you're really hoping that doesn't happen. Even Bohemians from Ganji. Like, you're going to have to be the ultimate cockroach if you're shiXo. And we've known him to do that. And you're going to need a phenomenal performance from both Kelar and Terz. This is going to be crazy. Here we go.
We are into the match point game for Sweden to win Deathmatch Nations Cup. They are fielding the Celts of Frost 9 on the left side. We'll play against shiXo's Dravidians. And on the right side, we've got Ganji with the Bohemians playing against Kelar's Bulgarians. Pockets Lithuanians for the Germans and Franks for Team Sweden. Kelar saves that villager.
Wow.
But has to garrison a lot here. So.
Decent start, I think, from Team Germany. Well, decent start for both teams, really. shiXo is garrisoning his villagers a lot, but I don't think that's such a big loss.
Can be...
Interesting rush from Kelar.
Survives. Alright. Kelar going heavy rush?
And two-hand swordman rush. I don't mind the two-hand swordman too much. It might actually be kind of tough to kill here with all that armor.
Yeah.
But the castle's about to come up.
Really want to start that, but yeah, that castle goes up. Kamrat with 1 kill onto shiXo. That's all the kills so far. shiXo gets the castle up though. Will survive for now. Has a big hill in front of his town though.
The Admiral going across the middle. He's got to get some villagers here. Look at Kamrat's base.
Terz, let's go. Terz. Oh, villager nicely walled in for Kamrat. Helens don't know where to go now. Good quick walls out of Kamrat.
Very good quick walls. He needed that really badly. Now, I don't know if Terz damage is going to be pretty small here. I think the German team is telling Terz, you have to make the miracle happen here, and you have to destroy the pocket this game. And Terz is going to attempt to do that. He's going across the middle. We're looking for miracles all across.
Onto Kelar here. Hussite wagons denying Kellar's first castle. And Kamrat going in there as well. They want to eliminate Kelar early on. Kelar is probably the most dangerous player, but 4 villagers lost for Kelar. Kamrat finding a lot of damage forward onto Kelar here.
I think that's okay for Kelar, actually. I'm hoping, for their sake, that actually you need the Admiral to do a lot of damage. You need Terz. I hope Terz crosses the middle for their sake. I think if they do that, they have a shot here. Ganji's going to be crossing this valley.
That feels like he has to defend Kelar right now, though, right? It's matching the pocket of the Franks. Franks will be stronger at the start as long as we don't have relics yet. And that won't happen as quickly, even though Terz already with 1 relic. That's nice, but Ganji's push is now arriving at shiXo's base, and he's wisely using that hill there. shiXo's trying to stay on it, but Dravidians versus Celts is so tough, and the Lithuanians having to defend the other side, making me hopeful for Germany here. the trees even being cut in classical Frost style.
Frost, that army is just so dangerous. You know the time is ticking if you are the German team. Like, what can you do against that? Frost is just marching forward saying, you will not stop me as Celts. And the German team is committing everything on the right side. Terz, big army in the middle, but not committing it to a fight yet, leaving Kelar to fight on his own. Can Kelar
clear up on his own? Here comes Terz's army. If they can get a clear up here, maybe then they can go help shiXo or find some damage somewhere else. Ah, but they're not fighting at the same time, right? Keller's army is only
this could be a good fight.
But there comes the cavalry from the back.
I think this is actually a good fight for Germany. I think Terz's army came in at an okay enough time. Can they clear up the rest of it? That's such a gigantic investment from Ganji. Look how many cannons that is.
There's still connects. That's so many cannons. The cannons are
21.
trying to run. The connects are running after
21
them.
cannons.
Kamrat clears up the Terz army though. More Terz army bit weirdly patrolling at the back. Now getting more into the fight. Keller's trying to kill the Haufnitzer. Haufnitzer escaped to the other way. Where's Terz? Terz needs to engage on the Haufnitzer. Where's Terz going? Terz is just going around clearing lone paladin of Kamrat. Needs to start jumping on the Haufnitzer here.
He has the opportunity to here still, but oh boy, it's not looking good for them. And on the left side, look at that army from Frost. I don't think
Terz doesn't know where to go. Now Terz is trying to go over because shiXo is crying for help. Therefore leaving that Haufnitzer uncleared as Frost is clearing shiXo space.
Let's see, but they did get a lot of the Haufnitzer. They have 10 left though, which is still amazing. But they did have 21 of them. So Kelar did get a hold of at least a few of them, but 10 of them is still extremely dangerous. Kelar is going to try to mass backwards. One nice thing about the Bulgarians is they could keep building. I mean, those Krapos are cheaper. They could build a lot of them, and he's going to keep building backwards, try to buy his teams some time. You need Terz to do some clearing there in the top, and I don't know if you could really expect that to happen. I like the little raids from shiXo though. Like, did a little something, I don't know. shiXo's base is virtually gone, although it seems he has a new base that's like in the corner.
Yeah, like Terz. Back.
Look, what's Terz gonna do with this army? He's rotating with it.
Like Terz doesn't know where to go. I'm sorry, Terz, but Terz's army's just going back and forth all the time. Well, Kamrat came in a clutch moment there. Yeah, try to clear up Frost's army now, right? That he went over. He needs to attempt to clear somewhere, but he's fighting a castle with one trebuchet in the middle and lots of box formation lighters being unsure where to go. Up top, right? You have to try to clear this.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, man. I think... Oh, man, I don't know. It's really tough.
Maybe he's waiting for relics to come in. He's at 4 relics though now, so at least he's fully upgraded lighters. Now he's going to the south, trying to get a clear up there. Going for the Haufnitzer now. After he went to top to do nothing and now going back. But did we clear this, I think?
I think they cleared that on the bottom. Again, Kelar... The thing is, Keller's taking so many losses that I'm not sure if he could even recover it, despite the clear up. One heck of a clear up though, holy. Gigantic fight and gigantic winning fight from the German team. But does that really get them anything? I'm not sure. A lot of trebuchets from Terz getting just moving over from the middle. They need to clear those castles from Ganji. Ganji, economy and army size are both a little lacking at the moment. Look at his resources. Just at the limit. Nothing on food. He basically could just make cannons at this point.
Him, right? He made the forward castles really nicely, so they're still annoying. But he can't really produce that much, and now Terz is going for the clear up north. Only a few units though. Clearing up more the reinforcements. Where's the main bulk of his army? Following Kamrat, distracting with a raid, sniping the trebuchets. Clutch move by Kamrat for Team Sweden.
The funny thing about Siege Ram is it's the only case in the game that I'm aware of, at least, where it's actually bad to have the lightest armor bonus. Because they have -1. Did they?
No negative armor now, yeah. That was patched out a few patches ago, and therefore they are clearing all
see
the
negative
siege
one on
in the
this.
north.
Good clear up, but man, Ganji's still controlling the right side. Good push from Ganji. I think Kelar might actually win that fight slightly.
That's cleared up both sides. I mean, that's the first step that Germany needed, right? For Terz to not only clear one side, but also clear the other. Problem is, Ganji and kamrat are still pushing, as you rightfully point out. But that was definitely a necessity to clear Frost's army there. Frost now hopping Helvedius into Ram, still wants to be annoying. shiXo, about 100 population. Kelar around 100 population.
It's looking so hard for the German team here. It's the only one who's really making a difference at this moment is Terz, and Terz, you know, his army is going to be limited. I mean, there's no trade going on in this game from the German team. Swedish team, some trades, not a ton, but they got some. Oh boy, I love the way that shiXo is jumping right back onto his base though. The cockroach is at it again, you know, he just doesn't die. Love to see that. Really well played so far from Terz. shiXo given the situation.
In the south, army going back and forth, trying to position for that clear up. Kelar kind of out of the game. Terz afraid to engage there, and I don't know why. That's only a few paladins by kamrat. Now takes the fight, should easily clear that one up, and then probably clear Ganji space as well. This is what Kelar and me were talking about, with Lithuanians can decide games single-handedly. Terz and the Light is the only reason Germany is still playing this.
Oh boy. shiXo losing his base again. Good on him to keep trying. Moving forward, it's going to be so hard to keep stopping Frost Nine's armies. Big army though from Terz. Can he do the clear up? I think Germany's hopes and dreams are resting on Terz at this moment. Big shots from Ganji.
And the GG
call
is called. The 4-1 prediction was unfortunately correct, and Sweden and Frost9 proved to be unstoppable in DM Nations Cup against many strong teams. They are victorious in the grand finals. Congratulations to Team Sweden.
Wow. Sweden was so dominant throughout this tournament. I mean, we all knew that the combination of Frost and Ganji was going to be great, and then kamrat and Spaden both pulled through, being very good third players for all the matches they played in. I mean, phenomenal team.
Valhalla tournament victory, of course. Let's go kamrat. Valhalla 1, Quendi 0.
Valhalla 1, Quendi 0.
Nice. I could find the silver lining in everything, man. But yeah, there's more Valhalla members victorious than Quendi members. That's the truth, right?
But yeah, it is a little bit of a shame that we didn't see Viper appear today, but yeah. Honestly, the German team, as we see them here, shiXo, Kelar, Terz, I think are a great combination. And I thought, you know, they were a little outpicked today on civs, but they played a really good game for all of them. Really impressed by the way Terz played the pocket. Kelar obviously was very aggressive in his games and did his best. He took a lot of 2v1s. A lot of really big 2v1s.
Welcome people who also watched the Deathmatch Nations Cup Grand Finals over at Onlu's stream. Thank you so much, Onlu, for the raid. Thanks for covering DM Nations Cup, and I hope you had a good time with these matches. Fortunately, only one set today, but was some really nice games, right?
Yeah, thank you, Onlu. Hope you enjoyed it. I see some people calling to play the remaining 2 games. You know, Germany actually, I think, has the better civs at this point. That was really smart from Sweden, just to put in their power civs here just to end the series.
Oh, especially Mayans on this map with the shorefish lasting longer is...
Just waiting for the shout-out to play. Thank you so much, Onlu. And let's get Team Sweden in here. Shoutout is over, True. You have commentary. Oh, we already
Pull this over. I'm expecting them to join any second.
So I'll pull them in.
Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, everybody.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I dragged Dave in here as well. I thought that he wanted to be dragged in here as well. I hope that's true. Congratulations to all of you. Team Sweden, great performance today, and another quite impeccable tournament by the Frost 9 team, also the Ganji team, the Spaden team, and the kamrat team.
Damn, some credit. Finally, at last. Let's go.
Want to talk about your TTA performance instead, Ganji? We can do that as well.
Ooh. No. Me and Dave already went through that one.
Nice.
Congrats, guys. You won Deathmatch Nations Cup. How does it feel to have the Swedish flag flying over all the world's continents now?
Let's not go that far.
At least it's something, right? This is something. But yeah, it feels good. I think we're all happy with it, with our performance this tournament. I don't think we have played bad really at any point. So yeah, strong performance.
We talk for yourself. I had some games here and there, but overall, played pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. We'll keep you
going into this tournament. I mean, you guys obviously are the dominant players right now in Deathmatch. I mean, Frost Knight, obviously your name carries the weight of all DMers behind you. Ganji, you've also cemented yourself as a great DMer ever since the last DM World Cup, and ever since then, we were just talking about before the set, the top DMers of the history of DM, and you were named as the #2 player of DM since 2022.
That's a great honor. But yeah.
You and Frost, both the Swedes, basically conquering Deathmatch and through here. And of course, kamrat with Spaden, both playing great with you guys throughout the series. The teamwork from your team, I think, speaks even more than your individual skills. I know from the American team, we were watching you guys and going, okay, we have to really cook up something special to beat those guys. And you guys proved it throughout the whole tournament. So congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, how did you go into this match, right? You played you had a bit of time to prepare, actually, because it was recorded games yesterday. So what were your thoughts throughout the week, and how did you prepare for Team Germany?
Well, we were mostly discussing if we, which seed pool we would go for, if we want to go with the same one again, or if we want to go with pool 3, I think. So I think that was mostly the discussion of if we want to do the same thing again or try something else. Yeah.
What was your reasoning of going for pool 1 again in the end? We saw a lot of different pools being tried, right? The other semis were pool 2. Germany went for pool 3, maybe to your surprise, or did you expect them to play pool 3?
I think we just think pool 1 is the best.
Yeah.
Pretty much overall, right? I think there's some saves that are just a bit too OP on some maps, like Spanish on Kawasan. Can be almost free win. China on Team Island, and then Mongol on Coastal Mountain. I think they are somewhat unbeatable in a way.
I think it also has the least shitty saves. You can all the bad saves you can put on Team Island as well. So you get
Thanks so
good
much, Legend. Let's go.
Maps.
5 gifted. Thank you.
Yep.
Let me ask you guys, what is the next best pool in your mind?
Pool 3.
Okay.
For me, it's I'm not sure.
I was talking to Otter beforehand. We for my team, we thought, we're gonna mix it up against Germany and play the worst pool, so that we can play the better pool against you guys and make it where you don't know what we're gonna do. And then when we saw Germany also pick pool 2 against us, we were kind of shocked. It seems Kelar had the same view we did.
Yeah, you both were confident against each other, but not so confident against Sweden. Well, I guess for the second part, we saw the reason today, right?
I think at least on my team, we thought for sure pool 1 was the best pool, so it's good to know that you guys had the same thought there. I think Kelar tried to mix it up with pool 3, and he had some pretty cool sit picks, but you guys just countered him so well. Could you guys go into detail a little bit on some of the choices you made there? I thought, especially in the early games, You made some really cool choices.
We did, I mean, we just paired the civs we liked on all the maps, and we did think a little bit about their civs, but it's hard to really pinpoint. But like Harrison, obviously, is a big one that we accounted for. And we had some strats on Coastal Mountain where we would play Teutons instead of Mongols if they picked Pool 2 and picked Persia, for example, and stuff like that. But yeah, Frost, I don't know. Did we have anything
I mean,
crazy
it's
put up here?
I mean, we just like discuss what we want to play really, and then we go with that. And if we can find like a big weakness to the lineup, then we try to mix it up, like change out that civ, that's the issue, or whatever, and try to plug up the weakness. That's basically what we do.
So you guys are basically like a democracy on how you choose civs. You don't have one player on your team being like, guys, this is who we're playing or what we're playing. Nothing like that.
Hindustan is on Coastal Mountain is a must. Like
we have a democracy until someone disagrees, then it's a dictatorship, and then it's back to democracy when we choose for that person.
So who's the dictator? Is that Frost?
No.
Kamrat's the
What?
dictator. Kamrat's the dictator, right?
Yeah.
Kamrat's the dictator. Wow. Okay. Nice. Did not expect you to say
Mongols and Ganji was my idea, by the way.
that. Good idea.
Yeah, that was
Well played.
ingenious. No, but we have pretty good synergy overall, and we have similar ideas. And yeah.
Yeah, we don't really disagree that much with the civ lineups.
Yeah, except Spaden wanting Tupi, that's me and
They never let me play Tupi or Mapuche.
Yeah, you're not gonna play Tupi.
Some Malay elephants,
Oh, Spaden, so you're secretly Faily. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I love
the
bad civs instead.
Next to the do we want to go over the games? Drew, you want to start us off?
Sure. Game 1. You guys chose Sicilians, Britons, and Bengalis, which you were up against immediately. You probably saw immediately that, oh wow, Kelar, Malians with the pocket from Terz, Huns, and then Cumans on their flank. What were you guys thinking when you saw those civs, and was that what you were expecting?
Kind of. We thought we survived 5 minutes, we win this game, and I think that's kind of what happened. Like, they have rush civs, and like, Sicilians are impervious to rushes, which is really good. And Frost is a bit of a noob, so he can sometimes die to them. But with Sicilians, he was safe. And then we just screamed at Spaden to do defensive castle, which he did before I even yelled at him. And I did my best on the flank. We survived 5 minutes, and then past that, they just have 3 losing matchups, right? So it's hard.
Well, we actually changed out Magyars for Bengalis.
True.
Just before the game. We were thinking maybe they would try like a rush, all-in rush or something. So we changed in Bengalis instead of Magyars.
So
you guys were expecting the all-in rush.
Not really expecting, but like that's like I think that's how they could have killed us basically with the lineup we had. Like they have to rush us down or something. So that's why we mixed in the Bengalis there to support the slower flanks.
And we saw your Bengalis going straight to Britons on Ganji's side, so I guess you guys were expecting Ganji to be the one to risk it. I mean, Sicilians does make sense. So that's pretty much locked down.
I was screaming, I'm dying. And then he went to the pocket.
Yeah,
and then minute 4 I said,
well, right?
I'll find Spaden.
So the next game, Calisan. I felt the civs you guys chose were somewhat obvious. I mean, Spanish, obviously a really great pick there with the really good navy and the vills that build quickly on the water. You had Magyar in the pocket and Burmese on the other side, Ganji, against the Koreans. Any comments on that?
No. I mean, it was rough for me the whole game. I didn't really make fun of it. I was just screaming for rest the whole game. Yeah. And I wasn't the prettiest performance, but I was getting, I don't know. I was getting turtled, and my ego couldn't handle it, so I kept trying to retake the lake. He's losing every time. But we wanted Bengali there pocket initially, but since we switched it off from this map, we chose Magyars, and yeah, Spanish is a given, right? The rest are kind of just support civs with Spanish trade, and Not good units overall.
You were a little bit lucky too there, Mr. Frost, on how you were so close to the water. Kelar spawned really far away from the water, and you actually picked off his villager going to the docks. So that was.
But I think that's opposite, no? Like, you want the lake to be closer to the enemy so you can kill him with the boats, no?
True. Yeah.
Kind of for
No
both
pun
civs
intended.
here, though, right? Both are good, like, Kennegan
Yeah, but
civs.
Spanish, you can't kill the Vil, right? That's a big thing as well. Those cannon boats are
Yeah, I
pretty
said
good.
the same. I think it wasn't that impactful. Because Keller could just build back, right? But you still had a nice push there. How many problems were those, like, elephant masses of the Khmer for you, since you didn't have Bengalis, right? You felt forced to do a lot of raiding, which was kind of what you did then?
Yeah, I got kind of stuck there. Couldn't do anything against those ballista elephants and everything, and like the narrow choke points next to the lakes were like impossible to go through. So I just tried to raid somewhere in the middle and stuff, and I don't know if I did enough damage, if it was even worth it. But
I guess that was the only game we didn't have an SO Civ, I think. So which
yeah,
No.
usually
That's how
counters
the
Khmer.
can punish. Yeah.
Like fighting Khmer with Magyar was really awkward, especially after like they had solidified their trade line. Like when I couldn't raid anymore, it was pretty hard to play versus all those elephants.
yeah, the ballista elephant was a problem.
How many
Yeah, do you-
Frost? How many times did you try and dock Ganji's lake? You had
Oh.
those two villagers over there, bro, and they just kept going back to the TC.
Gaddy was like, okay, you can go for it now. Okay, I'll try. I built my dock. There's a turtle ship. Okay, we go back. And we did that like 3 times or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really
He was very
tried it.
patient. I was super impressed, man.
I really
Very
felt we had
patient.
opportunities, but anytime you put that dock down, he just noticed and started to kill it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was funny.
he was prepared, shiXo, unfortunately.
Yeah. But it creates
So
the
from-
impact. If Spanish get the dock up and just get the cannon gallons rolling there, it's instantly game over.
Yeah.
But they prevented it. And they prevented my sneak as well. My sneak docks. Wasn't
Yeah,
so
they
successful.
did really well with that part, but from what you're saying, you weren't aware of how bad their trade was? Because they were, like, your raids did a lot, in my opinion. But you didn't feel that way, so you were still nervous about the ballista elephants?
I'm not really nervous, but like we couldn't really kill the unit. It felt like it took so much effort to kill a few of the ballista elephants.
At least my elephants were really good versus them.
Yeah, but you were on
So
the
much
wrong
fear
side
from
for that.
Yeah, true. And I was screaming for rest all game.
Yeah.
I have 0 on food, minute 16 spamming elephants. It's maybe not the deal.
Like Spaden sent you res, like half a minute later you ask res again. It's like, okay.
I would even say 10 seconds. But that means I'm spending my rest. That's good.
You're always
So-
dependent on us.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next game, I felt the next game was probably the game that really defined the series, even though it ended up being the one that you guys lost. You guys picked 3 civs that I don't think most people would have predicted, especially not the German team. Aztecs, Italians, Romans. So basically, you guys threw away 3 civs, while the German team decided to stack it up with Saracens, Georgians, and Franks, 3 of their better civs. Brilliant move from you guys. You swung the civ advantage strongly in your favor from there out. Why did you do that at that stage? What was it about that map? Were you just trying to catch the Germans off guard?
We were actually always going to throw that map. That was like our throw lineup was going to be on that map. So I guess it's just coincidence.
And the reason was that we lost this map once in a practice set, and then we figured, we're bad at this map.
Actually, we lost it twice, Ganji. Come on, man.
Did we lose it twice?
Yeah, we lost to Germany and
Well,
then
then-
to...
Oh, true, yeah. Well, then it's justified. We suck on this map.
Is that why you played Kamrat as well? Because you knew we were going to lose? Or
No, actually, not initially, no. I haven't been through it, Dave.
Sorry. I know. I don't even know the guy. I'm sorry. I'll go back to being muted. My bad.
No,
Cameron played
Camera
well
came in and we
last
didn't know what
event.
map it was.
Yeah, Kamrat actually joined, and after that, they picked the map. I was like, okay, sorry, Kamrat.
I mean, don't forget, Camera's the dictator of their team, so
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's the
Camera,
final
brilliant choices on the civs on that map. That was really smart.
Thank you, Kelar.
Absolutely. Even when they lose. But since we talked about practice sets, there's a chat question from Okido. Did you do practice sets? Was the practice different between group stage and playoffs? Did you do any additional scouting?
I
No,
don't
not
think we have practiced during the playoffs or like after group stage. I don't know if we have done any sets after the
I
group
think
stage.
we did. I think the last one we did was versus you guys after the
Yeah.
second set we did. Like before the playoffs, like after group stage, before playoff. Like,
Well,
Yeah, I
this
think
is
that's the
good,
last
right?
practice we did.
Oh, maybe that was with me, so good. But you got all of your strategies from Germany B. I will take it.
yeah.
Right.
100%.
On the USA A team, it was the same way. We didn't have any more practice sessions after the group stage.
It was kind of
Basically,
hard
USA
to schedule
B.
with a new team or and stuff, so we didn't really try.
We also didn't want to like help the other teams.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
as well.
We didn't feel like we had to practice that much, but other teams looked a little bit clueless on some things that we didn't want to help with. You know, gotta stay strategic.
Although we played open book all tournament, pretty much.
That's kind of true. I mean, Russia and Spain both copied us as well. Disaster.
Yeah, you didn't really hide any strategies, right? Also, your coast to mountain roster never changed. Like the Hindus in the middle, I think you were the kind of only team doing that. But you did it. I think you might have done Burmese like in the very first group stage set or something. But since then, throughout all the playoffs, you always played like the Hindustani middle in coast to mountain. What's so good about it?
Well, like in RM, my intuition would be that Burmese or Persia or something like that is really good into Mongols. But Frost is DM Michi Turbo player or something like this. I don't know, some kind of made up thing. And he says Hindu camel kill all, and Hindu camel do kill all with the Magre support. But
Caravanserai trade.
and Caravanserai trade, yeah. But my initial thought was having Burmese with Mongol, for example, but I was shut down.
Hindus
I
are
think
kind
that
of
was
an
one of
elephant
the
counter on Diamichi. That's true. I played that as well recently.
Yeah.
It just works very well, the Imperial Camel, I think. You can spend
There's
them
some weird
everywhere.
things in DM where this kind of wouldn't make sense on RM, but in DM it just works.
Yeah.
Is definitely a Mitchy thing, though. Especially
Oh.
like the knowing to dive the units past the archers and everything and just dive onto siege over and over again. That's such a Mitchy thing. And it really worked well for you guys.
One can hear the
Yeah.
disgust coming out of Kenneth's voice.
And not Team Andy played at least Mongol on this map. They played Burmese, right? And that was kind of the big wake-up call for me. I guess Hindu is just better. But that was also some, well, trade issues with a certain Burmese player maybe affected that a little bit.
The short trade, yeah.
Nah, but Mongol is OP, just in general. And even more on this map. Completely crazy civ.
We could talk about our speculation earlier today, since we actually kind of doubted the strat.
We were trying
Yeah.
to test if we could counter it somehow.
But we weren't doubting the strat maybe per se, but more though, we didn't want to waste all the good civs and they like throwing a lineup away. And we used like Mongol Hindu. And I was a little bit scared of Persian Elephant, but Frost you say Hindu OP, and well, it kind of was when we tried it in practice versus each other.
It worked very well, so that's why we went with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then it always helps that like our third guy always wins water down there, so we have like
Yeah.
full trade.
That's very helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spaden
enemy
played
team-
really, really well on the water side always. Or
Yeah.
Really well.
kinda did
Pretty
Yeah.
decent.
You make me blush.
Dave has given up. The interview is too long. Thanks you so much, Dave, for casting DM Nations Cup and for
He's
the
not
raid.
used another interview. We're not even halfway through.
Yeah, exactly. I will take it if I get the raid. See how powerful my long interviews are. Thank you so much, Dave. You did a lot more for DM this weekend and over the last weeks than you think, probably.
I love how Dave is willing to support a lot of the minor communities around Age of Empires 2, and you know he's been a long time person for the Age community. I've known Dave for a long time. He's a great guy to talk to, great guy for Age community in general. So thank you, Dave, for casting DM, and hopefully we'll see more of you casting DM in the future, maybe even playing it.
Oh, I'm dead.
Got another one.
Yeah, you
I
got
heard
another
some
one,
interest.
Dave?
Oh
of,
shit!
playing
I
GDM
didn't see your
maybe.
name, dude. Oh my god, I'm such
Wow.
a fucking idiot, dude. I didn't see
Interesting
your
game
name.
you played there on stream.
You got another one,
I didn't see your name. It didn't show me your name. I just want to quit right now.
That clip is too
I
long,
just wanna
holy.
quit, bro.
No, you will not quit. You'll lose
I
my
have to.
stuff. And
I have to live. Yeah, I'm gonna drop everything of my own.
Right, next
I'm
question.
gonna drop.
Yeah, there was a really long shout out clip because Webbots did a shout out for Dave. The next question, yeah, the next game, right? It felt like you guys were obviously you were counting on a Kate win from the start, right? You always felt like that's a guarantee, or how did you feel about the Kate Bohemian game?
We actually moved up Sibs there to end the set.
Yeah.
Or at least try to end the set.
That's what I thought. Yeah, you pulled out all stops. I mean, I was saying at the beginning of that, Frost Knight with Celts is so dangerous. Ganji with Bohemians, that's literally like the best civ for both of you. And then you got Kamrat with Franks in the pocket, ultra strong. Kelar, if Keller's team, you know, the Germany team, if they had used perhaps like Magyars in the pocket, they maybe stood something of a chance there. But unfortunately, I think they were still holding back some of their cards. And in the end, you're all in for that win. Pulled it off.
Yeah, I mean, it was also like we just have a free win on Team Island as well. There's absolutely nothing they can do there. So this was a very low, let's say low nerves game. Even if we lose this one, we have the set 100%.
Especially since
they used Koreans, right? Yeah.
We're a bit nervous about Korea, but since they already used them, it was like they had nothing for Team Island.
Yeah. China's just way too OP. Korea is like maybe the only thing that can like stall it out, I suppose.
Yeah.
I guess that answers the question about the water balance as well that we had in chat.
Yeah.
But here I feel like Kamrat, you had a really interesting position here in this game, because also I want to ask you some question. Because like the flanks were dominating, but the lightest seemed really scary, right? And it felt like you always came at the right moment to defend just a little bit of the siege, even though the lightest got many clear-ups. How does it feel like playing that game, kind of playing against the most powerful part of the opponent there?
I think it felt kind of similar to the Golden Lakes game. Like the German pocket is really strong. It's hard to keep up at times, but I think my flanks did a good job of just rebounding every time. If that answers.
Terz played a fantastic pocket, but yeah, Kamrat, you held your own really well there for sure.
It's only so much you can do versus latest completely insane units.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
so
but
Lithuanians are
market
a
as well,
strong
right?
civ. Something that I heard some people doubt.
Lit is crazy.
I think. Are you talking about me, Otter? I view Lithuanians as like good, but not excellent. Yeah, they're good. Don't get me wrong. I think they're like B or A tier, but I don't know if I would put them at S tier.
But like,
No, that's
if you play latest, like latest is the best melee unit like in the game, pretty much. Like obviously not versus elephants, but versus anything else, I think they just dominate. Like in RM, at least it is like that.
I agree with you, man.
Okay, so you two are wrong.
Thank you.
Kamrat, who are you with? Me or True and Frost?
I'm the coach, man.
What does the dictator say?
Dude. It's of course Frank's Paladin. That was my calculated approach. So we were gonna win it anyway.
He has spoken.
But yeah, latest are crazy strong. And in RM even stronger because they cost mostly food, right, and not gold. So you don't have to start to trade early. On DM, I guess it's not as relevant in a way. So maybe they're slightly weaker due to that. I'm not sure, but
it's a little bit annoying. You have to wait for your castles to go up.
Yeah, for sure. You lose initiative. But once you get there, my goodness.
And for relics, always helps.
Yeah, I even walled one relic in, but he had enough. Anyway, disaster.
Okay, we've got a more spicy question coming up from 29 Levy. Ask if Sweden thinks it would make a difference if Nili or Viper played for Germany.
Current form, no. If Viper had to actually practice and didn't have, well, like, was in shape, then probably, yeah.
Yeah, Viper would
That's
have
my
had
answer,
an
at least.
impact. Yeah.
Nili will also have an impact, but maybe not upwards trajectory.
Ooh, Ganji.
Wow.
Wow.
Nili was playing
But
quite
it-
good in the practice matches that were happening.
Oh, he actually played?
With and against him. Yeah, he was
Okay.
part of practice, but he could never make it to a tournament set.
Okay, but if
and
he's
then
in
went on
form, then
legation,
that's a
but
different
he-
story, yeah.
Nili was practicing. Yeah, Nili was, I mean, not super much, but like 2-3 sessions, I think Nili was actually practicing.
Okay. But the answer remains. I don't think so, no.
You know, I tend to agree with you guys. I think both Viper and Nili would have maybe been a hindrance. Actually, I kind of think Nili would have got himself in shape enough to play well. I don't think Viper was concentrating enough at Deathmatch to really make an impact here. I thought shiXo, Terz, and Kelar were all three, you know, putting in the time and effort. And honestly, just such a big surprise for this tournament. I mean, we did not expect Germany A with those three to be getting second place.
Yeah, they've been playing really solid.
Phenomenal performance from them. Yeah,
Yeah.
all three of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Has to be said, and Zayu obviously also playing super strong. Bit unlucky that I think during the finals his PC melted from what I read, and that also caused quite some of the lag issues, I guess. So he
Yeah.
didn't play the final
I
ones.
thought it was a strategy by the enemy. Like, I can't micro longbows versus SO. That's a bigger problem for me than for them. But nah, obviously
Only
it's
had Genbows, not
unlucky.
longbows, but I guess
Yeah, but longbows
maybe game
as well.
one.
He lagged in first game. Yeah.
The lag
Yeah,
was
Gem
more
was also
noticeable
hurt.
on Golden Pit with the Genbows, so all
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
More general question by Mojito as well. What are thoughts on the pre-selected Civ pools, specifically as a concept?
I think we liked it. We enjoyed the drafting for it. It was nice.
It's something different. I haven't really tried this before, I think.
I think it's fine for team games because otherwise, like drafting 20 civs each takes so long otherwise. But it's obviously a problem if one pool is stronger. Like in group stage, it was obvious that pool 2 or whatever was going to be the strongest, and we felt that pool 1 here was the strongest overall. Like, but we still saw variance in which pools were played.
But I mean, you played
guys
pool
saw the
4
number of
in the
sheets?
group stage. We played pool 4 in the group stage. We dropped 1 game. You dropped 0 games. Obviously, pool 4 was the strongest.
If you guys saw the number of sheets we made, like Google Sheets on the different pools that we're trying to beat pool 1 with. we tried every combination we could think of to try to beat pool 1, but in the end we were pretty much in agreement pool 1 was the best pool. Although we still like pool 3 just for the style aspect of it, but pool 1 was the best, and playoff was our view as well.
Yeah.
But it took a while, right? Not everybody was like directly going pool 1 is the best, right? So they were relatively balanced. You had to figure it out. And we saw a lot.
I think the problem in playoff as well was that we only banned 2 maps. So almost all the maps were played. And if water is included, pool 1 is by far the strongest.
Yes.
And so I think the other pools are stronger if there's no water, but since you cannot ban a map, we could just always pick Kawasan and Team Island and have like guaranteed water maps. And if there were like map bans earlier on, it might have changed the dynamic of the pools, I think. But we could force pool 1 to be the strongest pretty much.
Pool 1 is also very fitting for us. Like, let's say Mongol for me is like very solid, and then like Kels for Frost, for example, is like those two almost feel like free wins for us every time. Like, kind of regardless of what happens. So that obviously helps. And then Chinese is kind of easy to play, which is nice.
And Sicilians, also very nice.
Sicilians also
I love
good.
that too, with the towers.
Yeah. The pool is good for us as well. Like Halbeso saves, some are slower and stuff like that. Bohemian's also really good. Like pool 3 you have great like CA Pala play and stuff, but it's not really our cup of tea in a way. It's more like a Kelar team kind of thing.
Speaking of like the map draft being a bit limited, Legend is asking if you could see one map added to the map pool, what would you add?
Don't you dare say Michi, because that ain't gonna happen.
Golden Swamp for Admiral Shao.
No.
Oh my god.
I think Swamp would be okay, actually. I kind of agree with that. Swamp would be fine.
It's time
we
for
already
arena,
have
dude.
stream.
Arena
Yeah,
into
but-
deathmatch. It's time.
Arena, yeah, I can get behind that. Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Arena
God,
would be
no.
interesting.
Golden Swamp. I'm Team
Oh,
Golden.
no.
I asked
No, I
the
can get
question,
rushed.
but-
We've been noob friendly.
Oasis.
New friendly.
God. Wrong team to ask, guys. Wrong team to ask. Yeah, I mean, right team. They won. What can we do?
You can do the maybe DM on pizza map. That's a good one.
Let's
Like 4 parts of the map,
go.
all of you cut
Ganji,
into
my
each other.
man.
Yeah, that's a good map.
What about that hamburger map?
Yeah, that could also be something potentially. Water might be too OP though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Bring back DM Nomad.
I think the pool is pretty good though. I
Maybe
enjoyed it.
Lombardia. I don't know. Lombardia. It's been a while since we played.
What was the
Kinda missed
most
that map.
interesting
Slow.
map to play on, and which one did you like the least? Mojito coming with all the map pool questions for future tournaments.
Coast to Mountain is really cool. But I guess the meta kind of develops. But I don't know. I like it where there's like different areas you have to fight for, different roles for each player, sort of.
And which map
I
did you
personally
like
kind of
most?
like Vinland, but that's because like I played it so much in 1v1, and it was also in this map pool, so that was perfect. So that's my favorite map.
Team Island is the best map.
No,
Sure.
you don't think so.
Let's go. Oracle will be happy.
No.
No. Team Island is a bit no skill patrol fest.
I had to beg my team to play any Team Island practice games.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit sad. Like you try to land your opponent, but like it doesn't really.
So useless, except if you're Swedes.
Daisy.
Yeah.
Best moment of the
That's
tournament, Frost almost defeated.
Definitely.
think
That
so.
was close.
That was
Got humbled.
hilarious. Yeah.
But, who was the strongest team you played against? You say Switzerland now.
It was Team Germany. If you want a serious answer.
Frost seems to be
Which
What are you
thinking.
umming about? Yeah. But
And,
whoever gets to final is obviously the strongest team here.
Levi really wants to coach for someone to coach kamrat to 2K on RM.
Oof.
But I think that's gonna let us. Will you do that? I guess.
No, isn't that a job for Sleepy Swede? Yeah, Sleepy Swede can do that.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. He needs
Yeah,
to
that's
get
a job.
the Discord
Bullet.
treatment of getting
Bullet
screamed
or
at by
Sleepy.
3 different people.
No, Admiral
sure.
Shao, I will not ask that. Who their favorite show match winner is.
I think
Oh
when
my
we beat USA in that show match, that was pretty good. That was a good show match winner team, I think. I would say ourselves.
Wait, what happened?
The best show match winner. Shao
Oh.
is asking.
True, chat is starting to troll. True, do you have serious questions? Generally about the tournament, about the win, about the overall experience?
Let me think. Serious questions about the tournament.
You know what you want to ask us? Would we beat USAA?
Oh yeah. You guys would beat USA. I'm pretty confident. I shouldn't even say that, but yeah, you guys play phenomenal. You guys are definitely at the top of your game.
Thanks, man. It's really so
I mean,
kind.
I throw around love and then I get accused of glazing, but
Yeah, but when you talk about Kelar, it's glazing 100%. But to us, it's just honest truth.
Honest truth. That's what I do. The truth. The player profiles of you guys, like Frost9, seeing him grow from being a Mitchie player where he played thousands of Mitchie games on Voobly and have the #1 team game rating, even though everyone called it fake. Yeah. To become then slowly rise his way into Arabia DM. I think he got like second place in DM World Cup 2 in the Silver League against Mentalist. Was that right, Ras?
I think it was Chris, no?
I
Oh
think
yeah,
it
it was
was
against Mentalist. Yeah. I think you're right.
Mentalist. Yeah. Silver League finals, and Mentalist was like saying stuff about how there's that Mitchie tournament that never paid
Dude,
him out
I
just
got
winning
roasted,
money.
man. He roasted me.
He roasted you a lot for that while he was beating you.
Yeah, and I couldn't do anything about it. Oh, that was so embarrassing.
But it was remarkable to see you rise through the ranks from 2019 where you played in that, and then the following year, and I think you went to the finals again in Silver League the next year and won, or did you? I think you might have lost to Chris in the next one if I remember right.
Yeah, Chris won. Yeah.
But you just kept with it. I mean, you've been a mainstay in the deathmatch community. In the following DM World Cups, you started to actually break into the the Gold League, the upper tier, culminating in the last DM World Cup 5, where you lost to a fellow Swede here.
Get wrecked. Get wrecked.
And then, of course, Ganji shows up out of the blue. I mean, for me as a DMer at the time, that was like a tail end of me being active. But seeing Ganji show up and it's like, okay, another top-ish or high-level RM player.
I had some pretty good coaches there, I would say.
Thinking that he could beat the DMers, he'll probably be nothing again. And 2 months later, getting second place in DM World Cup. I don't think a player has ever advanced that fast in DM before. I'm pretty sure. People like to think that Viper hardly played DM and he was winning. Well, no. If you look back at Voobly, he played several hundred games of ranked DM, and I remember he played a ton of games unranked in preparation for example, War is Coming and a couple other tournaments. So, you obviously have a crazy amount of natural talent, and
I was also very good at RM already, and then I got coached by you, Frost. The Code even coached me a bit. Kelar coached me quite a bit, and Andy. There's a gold mine to dig from, and I don't know, took it all up.
Did you get the Euro treatment as well?
I did get the Euro treatment as well.
Joro was still around. I didn't even.
Oh yeah, Euro was. Oh, he was feeding me so much info.
The side pushes.
Yeah.
But of course, can't forget Spaden. I mean, you and I go back a long way, Spaden. I remember we used to talk in TeamSpeak back in 2011 or something.
Yeah, I would hang out with you guys in middle of the night.
Yeah.
For me, but
for me, yeah, it was be mid-morning for me.
Ago.
Yeah, we'd be sitting there making fun of MBL. Viper would join us sometimes and Slam. Yeah, and you guys would play DM. It was fun. Those were good times. I mean, Spaden's always been a consistently good DM player. I think you were 2K on Voobly and DM, if I remember right.
I used to play all the Silver League tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
Rising Star and whatnot. But
yeah, I think you were one of the original Rising Star players. That's right. Similar to some other players here, like Kelar also grew up from a Rising Star 3, same also as Otter one here. All you guys coming from Rising Star, and then finally we also have Kamrat. Kamrat, another, I guess you could say, was at least a Rising Star in Deathmatch. For me, it felt like Kamrat was just out of the blue a 1700 rated DM player. It's oh, who's this guy? I don't think you continued playing for very long, Kamrat, if I remember right, but still, it's great to see you back and playing this.
All the team game tournaments with us after Rising Star, and we trained a lot with. Kamrat was training with Funny and me for the DM Rising Star kind of external finals after the situation.
Nice. Okay.
So he
yeah. So I mean,
1700.
I think all of you guys on the Swedish team have such like diverse backgrounds in deathmatch and H2 in general. Like a different story for each of you, but yet you guys came together. It's like such a unique team. It's obviously great teamwork with your dictator kamrat.
And I love this. I'm just getting glazed by Truth. This is great. Keep going.
And
You
we
ruin
go.
it. Gonna have to like come up with some new donut icons for all of you guys. No, but I mean, you guys won, and if I would be amiss if I were not to give you guys respect for being the winners of Deathmatch tournament.
Yeah, it was a great tournament, and I think we did pretty well. And it does help having Frost on the team, I gotta say. Gotta be honest. Hopefully it's the same.
No.
Also good to have Spaden and kamrat on the team as well, of course, but they're not the main characters.
Next time
It's
we
me.
have to geographically
Frost.
split Sweden.
I still think you guys have a shot at us. I think USA and Germany. But USA, you gotta get your shit together and play like you play in lobby games, where you are so freaking strong, like all of you. Like favorite improvise, you Leash, like my goodness.
Yeah,
You can
you know,
take over that,
our games against Germany were kind of rough. I was lagging like crazy, and I just couldn't play
you
anymore.
played good in the 2 games you played. Like you played very well. But
Thank
there
you.
were some other small issues, like
No, Caravanserai and
that was a big one.
yeah.
But that's on you as well, True. That's your team.
Yeah, no, I understand.
And
Yeah.
Inca Park.
Because I remember teaching Leash about Caravanserai a few weeks earlier, and then he forgot about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, the Inca Pocket was we thought was going to be clever because we thought they would pick an elephant sieve in the pocket on the other side, and we would just do ram train right down the middle and for like a sneaky win there. And it kind of worked out that way, sort of.
You did win the game, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that worked. Right?
We're
Yeah,
Anyways,
Leash
we're
is
not here
so
to
good.
talk about the semifinals. Congratulations,
Okay.
guys! Amazing performance.
Thanks.
And enjoy your win, and hope to see you all in future DM tournaments with more dominant performances. Good luck there.
Thanks very much.
Good.
I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys hope for the future for DM? What's next?
Another
Major
team
winning
game tournament.
Yeah. What did you say, Ganji?
Another team game tournament.
Oh, sticking with the
Oh.
team game.
I was gonna say
I
I would
like
like
team game
knockouts 1v1 tournament, like no league and stuff. I know there's a TDM coming up, but like a normal
Maybe you have-
knockout. I think it's easier to bring in like the more RM players as well if you do like a knockout. I think that's easier barrier of entry than joining a league, sort of.
And whoever is over 2,107 elo can't participate in the 1v1 DM rank ladder.
Don't worry, I just dropped, man. Don't worry.
No.
Don't worry.
1v1, okay. 1v1 knockout tournament. Like a DM World
I
Cup,
mean,
huh?
Yeah, you can have a. It's fine to have like a lower bracket or something as well, but like, I think it's less of a commitment for some. Easier to understand sometimes, I guess. And you have a chance to play like anyone, I guess.
I think, you know, for whatever comes next with Deathmatch, I think we have a lot of people who are eager to host things, but you guys are the top DM players in many respects now. So the torch has been passed to you to sort of guide the community towards whatever you want to do, whatever's exciting. So hopefully you guys play that role going forward. But yeah, looking forward to whatever we bring next.
Mitchie tournament, let's go. Let's go.
GG.
GG.
GG's, guys. Congratulations. Thank you so much for the interview and the games. Enjoy your victory, as I said. And have a good evening.
Thank you for
guys.
casting. It's been great fun. GG's.
Yeah,
Thanks,
congrats,
Blackwatch.
Sweden.
Yeah. GG's.
See ya.